Hello, welcome to Miss Tonka University Radio Plays The Scarlet Keys. I'm Ben,
I'm Dan.
and today we're going into our final scenario, Congress of the Keys, in good old Tunguska. So last time we did the Shades of Suffering, and there was some suffering. We got out we got out with like 3 experience, or no, we got out with 2 experience and picked up one more when we were traveling. Um, but it was the toughest scenario yet, certainly for us. So, but we're
Poor old Joe took a mental trauma.
yeah, Joe got mental trauma. We did not successfully get the key, or beat the lady. So, definitely a tough one. But we successfully got back to our hotel room in order to get hit in the head so that we could get dragged to Tunguska. Uh, so that's what we're doing now. I guess deck upgrades. I just got a lucky level 3. Replaced one of my luckies. If I got one more experience, I would have gotten another quick learner to get that fully online, but no luck there. What did you grab, Dan?
I upgraded a no stone unturned because I had a couple XP banks, so I had exactly 5. I mean, if I do draw it, it'll be great because I can just find whatever I really need. And if I don't ever find it off the hunch deck, it'll just be funny. It'll be like I spent 5 XP on something that I didn't get to play. So either way, I come out ahead.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right.
Can I go ahead and build the decks?
Yes. All right. I will start reading some story text then. So, Congress of the Keys, file 59Z. We ran out of time. You awaken in darkness. A sack is removed from your head and cast aside, and your cheek is squeezed and struck once or twice for good measure. Wake up, a sinister voice commands. You blink unconsciousness away and realize, with some panic, that you and your partners are bound to chairs. A gag prevents you from making any noise louder than a muffled cry. Your eyes adjust to the dim light. You realize that you must be underground. The large windowless chamber is made of clean worked stone, lit faintly by mercury vapor lamps. Scarlet tapestries line the walls, along with several glass cases and shelves containing old relics and historical artifacts. Dominating the room is an enormous central table, an elaborate pattern of lines and rings carved meticulously along its surface. Standing around the central table are a host of figures, some familiar to you, others unrecognizable. All of them bear red. Your heart surges in your throat. You have been brought here to account for your crimes against the Coterie, the voice states, or be condemned, if that is the will of the Congress. We will now entertain any who wish to speak on your behalf or against you. The Coterie casts votes to determine your fate. Read the relevant passage from each of the following sections in order and tally all the votes received. Each yea represents a vote, the Coterie member who wishes to see you disposed of. Each nay vote represents a Coterie member who wishes to keep you safe. An abstaining vote or a vote of silence is neither a yay nor a nay. Alright, so Claret Knight. We haven't seen the last of him because we've seen him a bunch. Oh no, we have to remember what accents I did for all these guys. That's not going to happen. The course of action is clear, the elderly, well-dressed knight from Alexandria states. They are untrustworthy and aim to wrench control away from us. They must be disposed of. On the opposite end of the table, the hooded, crimson-shrouded figure of the knight's enemy growls. For once, we agree on something, it rumbles, its voice feral and inelegant. The knight's eyes narrow. Do not let it go to your head, he warns. Alright, so the Claret Knight and the Beast in the Cowl both have voted yay. Not a good start. So 2 yays. EC. I don't think we have anything for EC because we refused her offer. Okay, so if we purport to be a morally righteous organization, the woman in the vermilion veil articulates politely, we cannot destroy each and everything that stands in our way. Progress requires understanding and cooperation, and I abhor violence. We should be working with these individuals, not against them. EC votes nay. All right, 2 yays, 1 nay. Should have made a counter for the stream. Hello. We haven't seen the rest of Amaranth. Amaranth grins wickedly, her eyes fall on you. Oh, I have been waiting for this moment, she drawls, her eyes flashing. Meddlesome fools. Did you think your interference in our plans would go unpunished? Amaranth enthusiastically votes yay.
Someone seems mad that she got owned like 4 times.
Yeah, she was salty. Alright, Thorn. We made a deal with Thorn, right? Yes. Alright. The one known as Thorn steps forward. Our extensive operation requires that we collaborate with many across the globe. Researchers, local authorities, criminals. These before us are no different, and they have proven themselves to be quite useful. They aided our efforts in Anchorage, and even saw the wisdom in keeping the key. They are safe in our custody. Thorn votes nay. Alright, 3 yays, 2 nays. Pretty okay. A leaky. I don't know who that is. We didn't talk to a leaky. Okay. From the shadows emerges a gossamer figure dressed in white, a golden-hued blade sheathed on her back, and a veil of raven hair over her eyes. Her scarlet sash drifts along a breezeless wind. Her words are heralded by a shrill, muted whistling, and she speaks in a language you have never before heard. One of the Coterie who seems to understand her tallies this vote as a vote against you.
Wow, that's harsh.
I met a ghost lady at some point. Was that not this lady? Did I not write that down? It must not have been her. A ghost lady gave me a whistle that spoke in languages I didn't understand at some point. And it gave us a trauma, and the whistle hasn't done anything. So, you know. Maybe that was a secret scenario, one of the ones we missed. All right. Before resolving any of the blow options, if Desi is in your debt, find the copy of Desi in your stored safe place and look at the other side, then proceed. So here is our copy of Desi. And what do we do? Look at the other side. It is an encounter card. It's probably not the right one. Yeah, okay. Your eyes snap over to Desi, hoping he will speak on your behalf, but he merely lights a cigarette and gazes into the wall behind you. Remains eerily silent. Alright, well, it's not a yay or an A, so we're still at 4-2, I think.
So does that mean we got the right one or the wrong one?
We got the wrong one.
Okay.
If it had a story asset on the other side, it would have been him, and he would have voted nay. So, all right. Aberon. I don't remember Aberon. Sorry, that was something we didn't do. So, a man you do not recognize speaks next. His large, imposing frame is dwarfed only by the luster of the enormous ruby ring adorning his left index finger. As fortune's chosen, we have once more been given a great and illustrious boon, he states, his thundering voice commanding the attention of all. Our enemy bound before us? Why dispose of such a gift? What better way to learn how to continue our great work than to question them? Perhaps we may even use them as leverage. Yes, leverage. He trails off, a sinister grin on his face. You almost wish he had voted to kill you. He abstains. Okay. Alright, no matter what, you cannot see the red gloved man's face, but you imagine a great and terrible smile. He remains eerily silent. If the cell knows the true nature of the Coterie, I don't think we knew that. Nope. I assume that was one of the story paths we didn't do. If 3 or more Coterie members are eerily silent,
maybe at least a couple.
We have the red gloved man is silent. Desi is silent. Some people abstained.
That's different.
Yeah, it's different. No, I think only 2 people were really silent. So, more story text. Proceed. All right, La Chica Roja and Sanguine Watcher. I don't think we've done either of those. So, a balding man with her small ruby spectacles is next to speak, pointing a wirely jagged figure at another of the assembled coterie. Why are these ones on trial here when it is she who has been acting against us? He cries. The woman steps forward, hiding her countenance from view by the brim of a wide-brimmed hat with a scarlet hat band. Acting against us, you say? Wrong. She tips the brim of her hat up so everyone can see her dark brown eyes, narrowing directly at the bespectacled man. Just you. You and the others gathered here who wear red just as an excuse to cause chaos. The 2 stare hatefully at one another for some time, taking attention off you before the proceeding continues. Neither one seems to pay you any further heed. Alright, so they Both abstain.
Yeah, I'm detecting some beef here. You know, seems like these people not pals.
Yeah. 1 second. All right. So also the Singing Watcher is the bearer of the Weeping Lady. Okay, I'll mark it down in a second. You are not surprised to see Zhu Sanning counted among those gathered before you. One who feels fear might take the chance to lay low after their escape, but not someone like her. Ah, yes, these meddling insects. Her melodic voice is delightfully charming despite the violence behind her words. They interfered with my business. For these transgressions, no punishment is harsh enough. All right, she votes yes. All right, so we're at 5 yeses, 2 nays. It's not looking good. Last one is Tuwali Masai. I don't think he's on our side. This was a guy that like ran away, but so maybe if we had gone to Bermuda, I don't know. All right, a thin, cleanly cut gentleman with dark skin and striking red glasses steps out from the shadows. While this entire ritual smacks of boarding school antics, I believe that any threat to the Coterie should be dealt with swiftly and humanely. They are too dangerous to let go. He votes yay. All right. It's 6 yays, 2 nays. So
Not even close.
So we're going to trial 2. With the voting complete, you are shoved to the floor. You struggle against your bonds, but are unable to free yourself, and vastly outnumbered besides. There's no hope of escape. A cold blade is placed to the edge of your neck. Those who seek to harm our noble cause have been accused and charged with numerous crimes against the Coterie. A voice states with dreadful gravity. The blade bites against your skin. A trail of blood trickles down your neck. The punishment is death. May the crimson stain of your legacy be washed away. You close your eyes and brace yourself. Just then, a crash. Shouting and sounds of battle erupt throughout the room. A storm of clashing steel and gunfire. You are sent reeling as your would-be executioner is attacked by an unseen foe. You struggle again to free yourself, but are unable. Until moments later, when you are dragged out of the chamber, your bonds are cut, and you are brought to your feet by none other than the woman in the vermilion veil herself. EC ushers you down the hall, whispering over the chaos of battle. We have to get out of here. Several of the others who wear red follow in your wake, looking over the shoulders the entire time. You ask what is going on as another rumble shudders throughout the halls. The one with the lead glove, he... She trails off, her hand trembling as she grips your arm. He is not what we thought he was. The man always creeped me out, but to think, how could we have known? You start to ask her again, slower. He attacked us, she says. Meeting your gaze, you duck into a quiet hall filled with scarlet tapestries. The others fought him off, but there was something strange about him. He was not human. It was something else entirely. It stole as many implements as it could and escaped like... She shudders. Just like one of the creatures we seek to destroy.
Did people use the phrase creeped out in the 1920s?
I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't know. You can look it up and declare it an anachronism or whatever.
You know what? No, it's fine. I don't want to be too pedantic about it. It just sounded funny.
Thoughts of run unbidden through your mind. If the man without gloves, or whatever he truly is after the remaining keys, you have to stop it at any cost. You pull away from EC and begin marching back. Where are you going? She calls. The rest of them won't show you any mercy, you know. But your intentions are clear. If you're going after that, if you're going after that thing, one of the others says, then we're coming too. All right, so we escaped the Red Coterie. Okay. And we do it a setup 1. So I started to set that up already. Oh man, look at all the story text we didn't get to read. It's like 2 more pages of it. Alright, maybe next time. Okay, so I hit the setup button for 1 already because I did peek at what we would do, / I knew they all hated us. So we are these locations. Okay. Gather the layer versions. That's these guys. Okay. You start at the Scarlet Halls. Okay. And we use Act 1, Secrets and Lies. That should have already been set up by Tabletop. Yes. For each Coterie enemy that voted yay, along with the Red Glove Man, we gather them up. So I piled them up over here already. There are 6 of them, including ones that we had no beef with. The Red Glove Man spawns in the shadows, and he has the Eye of Ravens. So I'll put him over here with the Eye of Ravens. And resolve its concealed keyword granted by Act 1A. He can't be damaged, and he has concealed 2. Okay. Okay. I guess we'll just do this, I guess. Shuffle the rest of the Coterie enemies one at a time in play order. Each investigator other than the lead investigator, draws one of them, spawning them as normal. So Dan, you get to start with an enemy on you. That's exciting, I'm sure. Why don't you go ahead and draw that? I drew it for you, I guess. Here, I'll let you do it. Why don't you go ahead and draw one of these enemies for yourself? Oh, there she is. She's nice. Back. We didn't get to fight her last time. You were too scared. So, all right.
Didn't I just die?
Yeah, you didn't even see her. you went insane. So, all right. Shuffle the rest are into the deck. These are the guys don't have two. Some of them don't have things, and then for each one that voted nay, we can put them into player under control. So it's only these 2. I don't know, you can decide if you want either one of these guys under your control, otherwise I'll take them. So, all right, and then everything else should have been set up by the encounter deck stuff, or by Tabletop. Did it set up my decoy cards? I have over here. Okay. Rules for location adjacency in the realm of the outsiders and locations in the shadows can be found on page 57. Read these quick before we start. 57? What?
I would kind of like Essie, whatever, because she sort of combos pretty well with flipping the anti-prison every other turn.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to have her for it. Both of those effects look like they don't matter who does those things. So I guess it's more, do you want the soak that's on her, I guess, is really all it takes.
Oh, in that case, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You can have the other person.
Okay. He's also basically soak. Okay. Adjacency in the realm of outsiders. Throughout the scenario, locations are arranged in a pattern of rows and columns, along with concealed mini cards. Each location is connected adjacent to it. Adjacent locations share a side. Locations that share only a corner are not adjacent. During this scenario, concealed mini cards are also placed adjacent to one another, to one or more locations as above, instead of placed at locations at normal. Okay, so the mini cards are not actually at these locations, I guess. Let's look at that again. Okay. And the locations in the shadows. During this scenario, investigators must traverse the deceptively labyrinthine and illusionary world of the outsiders. To represent the difficulty of explaining this alien dimension, 3 cities of remnant locations are placed in the shadows at all times. Take from the top of the overworld deck. Oh, did I miss that as a step? Page am I supposed to be on? 59. Oh, find each of the city of remnants locations in the beyond the encounter. So shuffle these locations together with the unrevealed set faced up. Form deck. It's called the Otherworld deck. Okay, so that's over here. Okay, so that hasn't been done yet, I guess. Okay, look at this. Uh, Concealed mini cards adjacent to a location are considered to be at that location for the purposes of card abilities and game rules. Use the shroud value of your current location attempting to expose it. When a City of Remnants mini card is exposed, set it aside and find the City of Remnants cards in the shadow whose position in the shadows matches that mini card for the location to play. If there are any other concealed mini cards in that position, move them so they arrange as evenly as possible in empty shadow spots. Okay. After City of Remnants location leaves the shadows, place it on top of the other world. Okay, well I guess I will figure this out when we draw one of these. Okay. So I guess for resolving the concealed keyword. Okay, what's this? Concealed keyword is gains concealed and cannot be damaged. Okay, so I don't think I put these into the shadows yet. I don't think that's what's happening yet. Okay. So I think these are just here as normal. Unless somebody corrects me. Alright, I guess we're set up. So let's do opening hands. Let's see. I feel like I'm mulliganing everything except flashlight. But if you think you need opening money,
No, I mean, but I'm wondering if you mulligan flashlight too.
I mean, what I guess what because I want to get Leo going, I guess, and Lone Wolf.
I feel like Leo and Lone Wolf are really good. I mean, well, I don't know. You definitely don't seem to. You seem to work a lot better when you have flashlight out.
Yeah, so. That's why I was keep thinking I should keep it so that I can.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep the flashlight and mulligan everything else. No, got another flashlight.
Oh,
see, all right. See,
two flashlights.
Two flashlights is pretty good. Okay, but no Leo or other good cards. All right.
So I certainly mull these three over here, skill cards. I certainly don't want two practice makes perfect. Well, no, I don't think I want two practice makes perfect. So the thing is, I start with Zhu Nan Sanyang on me, right? So,
yep.
Actually, that almost makes me think that maybe I should keep the vicious blow because. See, it sucks because I'm not going to have a weapon out, right?
Yeah.
So, and she's actually pretty hard to hit. I might need you to engage and evade her, actually. Is that how hard would that be?
Sorry, I realized I forgot to. She's supposed to have a key attached to her. I mean, what if I just engaged her as my last action, and then actually
that would probably help.
You could maybe kill her. I don't know. She does have the Reaper Shade on, so if I evade her by too much, she will make us lose actions.
Yeah. That's very annoying.
So it'd be good if you could kill her either in one action or like with Beat Cop and Vicious Blow or something. But she's gonna retaliate too. Oof.
Jesus. So I think what I'm kind of thinking is I keep these because if she's on you, if I find a weapon, then I probably play that instead of Beat Cop. Unless it's like Melteroni, then maybe I play both. But I play either Beat Cop or a weapon. I fight with a PMP, really hope I hit an overpower, and we just kind of go like that, is what I'm thinking. And the worst case scenario is she hits you, I think. Even if that happens, you survive. You're not in immediate danger.
Yeah.
And hopefully it doesn't. Okay, but yeah, I'm thinking keep these three, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right. Well, I did hit the tarot. The other stuff is not super great. No weapon, but
yeah. But
six weapons in the deck now. including Melter
You have
Ice.
the twisted whatever.
Yep, and I will definitely flip that as soon as I can.
Okay, well, let me read the act agenda. All right, confluence of consequence. Can you activate your math brain and somehow decode this language? Those are probably not related skills, but
You want me to actually look at the campaign guide?
I want you to look at
Or
the
the
agenda just to see the spooky
Yeah,
text.
that's not math. That's just
Okay. When this agenda advances, if it's Act 2, 3, or 4, skip the B side of this agenda and proceed directly to 2A. So this is another one that wants us to advance quickly, I guess. All right. Secrets and lies. You have to find the man with the red gloves and discover what his plan is, but the remainder of the red coterie stands in your way. Don't they realize that the true threat here? He has concealed 2 and cannot be damaged. At the end of the round, if each investigator is at the same location as the red gloved man, they may spend their requisite clues as a group to advance. Okay. So flip this over. How about wow. Okay. Here's the symbols for this scenario.
can't be worse than last time, right?
Skulls. Oh, did I put it on the right side for you?
No, you did not.
X isn't terrible. Or Skull's not terrible, but the cultist is definitely a -7, but you can make it a -4 if you flip a stable card to an unstable side.
I love that we. So it's only a -4 in that case.
Hey, but the tablets are -2s. Like that's
yeah. Well, but I love
unless
that
there's an outsider
it's
there.
an auto fail if there's an outsider. Which
ready.
at least the current things we're fighting at least are not outsiders. I assume that whatever thing we actually have to fight at the end will be an outsider. So we're going to be in the same position as the last one, basically.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's really neat. It also like, so definitely the cultist is really bad too, and I think there's been some scenarios where the cultist has been worse than the tablet, but it definitely feels like overall I would say the tablet has been worse.
Tablet's not been great. The cultists, like we get cultists by like time going on. So like we have 4 because we ran completely out of time. We have 4 cultists. So I guess that's why they're supposed to be scary.
How do we get the tablets?
The tablets we like were nice. We like made deals with people or something, or trusted people or something. We got tablets instead of squids. So
okay. Well, because the squids are bad too, but like,
the wording on this.
The squid in this is terrible, and we probably do have at least one squid, right?
Yeah, the wording on the squid is different than in the other scenario where the tablet I think did the same thing, or at least it seemed like it did the same thing. Like it turned them into hollows, right? I don't know. Maybe I was wrong about how it worked in the other one, or I don't know. All right. So I guess we're up then. So what was the plan? You wanted me to engage her, or you want to still fight her first, and then I can pull her off you? She does have retaliate, so
I would like you to engage her last action if you can, and then I think that with a little bit of luck I can kill her.
Okay, so do I play both flashlights or a flashlight and a track shoes? That's the question. So track shoes will help me. I guess I want to get her off the board before I worry about passing tests by a lot. Alright, I guess I will play both flashlights. Okay, and then I engage her as my last action. Okay. Alright, you're
Thank you. Alright, so today's hunch is sketches. Would love to play that, probably won't be able to. So I think what I do is I activate the prism. Oh, actually, so first I'm gonna use Etchy to look at the top card of my deck. It's an Alice. Sure, let's put that under. And then I'm going to. So because I'm shifting the prism, so I guess after it shifts, I can draw this card. But first, I'm going to do this. So see what I got. Yeah, no weapons. Kind of sucks. Since I know there's an Alice already there, since I have a beat cop out, I'm going to take the mirror.
Okay.
And now I'll draw this. All right. That felt good. So click 1, beat cop. Click 2, attack 2. Practice makes perfect. Overpower. Glad that didn't whiff. Vicious blow. So I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9 against 4.
Oh my god. All right. So you hit, but
Okay, so
you hit
she hits
for...
me. So I hit you, and she hits me.
Yeah. Well,
The
luckily
good
you only
news is
do...
you only get hit for 1
Yeah.
because I was just punching.
Yep.
And she hits me for 1 and 2. I'm gonna put one of the horror on Etchy and one on me, I guess.
You got... I mean,
Um,
she has 3 horrors up if you want, unless you're trying to...
yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a direct damage for whatever. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god. I mean, now we I don't really have a good way to deal with her at all now.
I mean, I'll just have to evade her next turn. So maybe just set up
yeah,
otherwise.
and possibly for several turns after that. We'll see.
Well, I mean, you can
I'm
still
also broke, which
you
is
can still
bad.
ping her this turn, right?
I can, but like that, I'm not going to be able to kill her that way, right? Like I guess if I could manage to hit her, I guess next turn I could ping her this turn, and then next turn punch her with TTI and ping her again.
Yeah.
God. I can't really even blame Scarlet Keys or the tokens for that. Like tentacles just happen, but still, it just feels awful.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so that was 2 actions. With my remaining action, I will click for a resource, and then I will ping her.
Okay. All right. Well, so she's gonna hit me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put most of that on Thorn. I guess you could flip the Blossom, although maybe wait if you want to trigger her or something.
I was also thinking it's not bad to keep it up to maybe trigger the cultist or whatever, but
okay.
or the weakness. That I don't know.
Yeah, that's
if we get in trouble, yeah.
All right, upkeep, and then Doom 3. So we're supposed to try to find him. Okay, so if we find him before this advances, then we get to skip the backside of it. I don't know if we're gonna have time to do that though. All right. So we got 1 Doom. Oh boy. All right. Oh, she's aloof at least. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's bad. All right. We got a Licky. The end of the enemy phase, each investigator looks at the top card of the deck. Set each non-weakness card looked at this way outside hollow. There's already a copy of that. She shifts each of her keys, which she does not have any keys. Okay. So she'll eat cards if we're at her location. Oh no, no, she eats cards no matter where we are. So, all right, you're in counter card though. Well, I mean, I guess pick which one to put that on. You could put it on her if you wanted. Yeah, it makes her harder to fight. But if you think you're gonna like be able to ping her to death or something, then put it on her.
So with the TTI, I'll be at 9 against 5, which is about as good as we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So I think it is actually fine to put it on her.
Okay. Okay.
And today's hunch is seen. Useless.
No clues here. Yeah.
So
I think you're first, right?
Yep. All right. So I'll go first. I commit TTI. I attempt to punch Zoo. I'm at 9 versus 4. That is not an autofill.
Neither one's an outsider. So you succeed at punching, right? Yes.
Great.
Nice.
And I use Beat Cup to finish her off.
Okay. So she goes in the victory display. This goes away, right?
Does that mean we get her? Does that mean we get her thing?
I feel like it does not. I think it just goes.
Did I succeed by 2 or more? That was the tablet was a -2. I think I probably did succeed by 2 or more.
Yeah, because you were five up, right, or 4 up.
Yep.
Yeah. So we both lose an action.
Cool. All right. Well, I have 1 action left. I can't kill a leaky. I really need a weapon. I'm gonna say I shifted the thing back because there was no reason not to. And does that count as a shift? Okay, so I used etchy first. Actually choose not to do that. No, I do. It's fine.
Okay, you can use her on me too if eventually, that's an option.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, maybe next time.
Okay.
Okay, 1 action left. Really need a weapon. I also don't really have money to play a weapon. Do I move or do I draw?
I mean, you have this, but that's gonna spawn the man. Oh, what's this? After you flip a key from the unstable, that's not. That's only if he's out, right?
Why did the sorry? Why did what do they just keep popping out of the shadows every turn? Is that what's happening?
Who?
The concealed people. Oh, you're saying like if I expose the concealed card?
Yeah, if he was at our location. Unless this is this, I forget how this works. After you flip a key from its unstable side to its stable side, the red dwarf man attacks you. Can he attack from the shadows then? And then he shifts each of his keys.
I mean, he's in the. Normally, people can't attack from the shadows unless it says that they can, right?
Yeah, but the shadows is in play, and that's not like it doesn't say at your location or something.
Oh.
So he might.
In
that case, you might not want to flip back the thingy.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Where's the rules about in the shadows? They're not at any location, but they are in. I think they are in play, right? Because that's how stuff works. Yeah, they're in play. So if you don't want to shift that, you maybe don't want to shift that back, because they'll attack.
Yeah, I won't shift it.
It's really bad that he has this Eye of Ravens, though, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, most of them flipping it would be terrible, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess the keys are all one use until we get rid of him, I guess. Okay. What was your last action?
I either draw a card or I click for a resource, and I think I'm going to click for a resource. No, I'm going to draw a card. Okay. All right, that's pretty good.
Okay. So what do we want to do? We need to spawn him, but we need to have 4 clues when we spawn him, it looks like. So I do have clue technology, so I guess I should go look for clues. So I'll move up. This is just going to happen, right? There's nothing we can do about that right now. Yeah. All right, so I'll move up here. Wow, okay. I really wish he wasn't the one that randomly got this thing stolen from us. Or does he always get it, maybe? Maybe it was always him, I don't remember. So there are clues here. Alright. I feel like, so I have a winging it. I want to do some type of test to get winging it into my discard. Or do I wing it? Oh no, sorry. Can I somehow look what I found this? I can. Okay, so I'll use one flashlight charge. Is there any horrible penalty if I fail something? No. Alright, I'll use one flashlight charge to reduce the shroud to 2. This is my second action. And draw a token. I'm going to almost certainly going to fail this. Actually, do I succeed with the skull? Wait a second. What's the current act? 1. Okay, so it skull's -2. So I fail by 1, which is what I want. So I will look what I found to get both clues. And then I have one action left.
What? You remember you lost an action, right?
I have no actions left then, so that's the end of my turn. Oh wait, so wait a second. That means the difficulty was a 1 instead of a 3. I drew the skull, which is -2. Terrible. Okay, that means I passed instead. So I'll discard winging it to draw again. Okay, -3. So 0. So now I fail by 1. So now I can wing it. Now I can look what I found. Okay. All right. Upkeep. Well, actually, sorry, enemy phase. Look at top card of your deck. Becomes a hollow. Bad lucky. Okay. And then if there's a copy already, she'll shift her keys, which is enemy keys. Okay. All right. Upkeep. Oh, there's Leo. Okay. Doom happens, and counter card for me. Well, I'll hopefully leave this place. So, counter card for Dan. Oh, this stuff again. Okay.
So will 3. It's only 1 hex, which is good. Somehow I fail, and I take a horror.
Okay. All right. So it's our turn.
Do I need to kill her?
Well, she turns our cards into hollows every turn.
That seems
so
bad.
We should kill her. I don't know if it's a super high priority. I'm gonna go try to get more clues.
I mean, I think I can kill her. It'll probably take the whole turn. I'll play a sword, use it twice.
Yeah, let's see. We need to.
Oh, never mind. She's aloof, so
I unless you think you need to TTI or something, I think I want to go first and see if I can get 2 more clues. Because if I can, we might want to see if we can expose this as the guy, because we might save ourselves some stuff. But
yeah, that could be good. Yeah, why don't you go first?
So I'm gonna go here. So I'll move twice. Okay, so the shroud is 1. Oh, but it gets +2 shroud for each unstable key in play. Oh, okay. So, how many are in play? 2? Yes. Okay. Well, good news is, so the shroud's a 5, but I can do flashlight stuff. So I will play winging it from discard. And I'll use a flashlight charge off each one, which reduces the shroud. It's actually reduced by 6 because this is my last action. And great. Okay, so I got the 2 clues. So I have enough clues now to advance it if we find the guy. But you would need to.
Okay, that's good.
You would need to find him, and I think he also has to be here. What was it? At the end of the round, if each investigator is at the same location as the Red Glove Man, they may spend their Oxygen clues in advance. So, if this was him and you picked him up and dragged him, or this was him, then we could advance to the end of the round. But it is the end of the round, so he would still attack somebody.
So as far as I think I could expose.
I had a bonus action because of this thing.
Oh yeah.
Because we got Hollows Eden. So actually, her being out gives me an extra action every turn, but it eats our cards. So I have 1 more action, so I could try to evade this then. because I would have just moved during my turn.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah. Although actually,
Might as well.
okay. I mean, I don't know if I can retroactively do that because if I would have moved with that action to be here, which means this would have been here, which means you would have taken extra horror.
Oh,
So
I guess that's like enough of a difference that
yeah. So
I don't know.
so no, we'll
Because we didn't know what encounter cards we were gonna.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's too late to do that retroactively. So that was my intention, but I forgot. So your turn then.
Well, no, sorry. Wait a minute. You could have done something different on your turn because you drew this before your turn, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying.
I'm saying if I had remembered that I had Thorn during the enemy phase last round.
Yep.
I would have triggered
Yeah.
her.
Got it.
But I forgot.
Yeah, because that happened. Because that happened during enemy phase.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
What it does mean actually is if this is the guy, when this happens, I could use that action to move here. So you wouldn't have to move up to me. But that's only if this is the guy.
So I can't kill Aliki this turn because she's aloof. I would need to play a sword, taunt her, and then attack her twice, which I can't do.
Okay.
So I do think I could investigate here to try to expose the concealed card, or I could probably fight it too. So I think what I'm probably going to do is click 1, play the sword.
Okay.
And then click 2, try to expose either by fighting or investigating.
Okay.
And then go from there. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So I guess fighting is probably better unless I want to commit this perception to draw cards. Because if I fight, I'm at 7 against 2. And if I investigate, I'm at 6 against 2 with the perception. I think I should keep the perception. I think I should fight. So I will stab it with the sword without using a charge. So 5 versus 2.
Okay. Nice.
I succeed.
So
all right.
Flip that over.
And it is the Red Glove Man.
Okay, so he's gonna come out. Okay. So these all go away.
I'm about to have a very difficult choice where I could basically sacrifice Beat Cop to kill him this turn. Otherwise, he lives till next turn.
Sorry, he is immune to damage.
Oh, forgot about that.
So you cannot kill him. So you need to.
So in that case, I should have done this last click probably.
Well, if
if it wasn't him.
I was hoping that you would be able to come up and ping this or something if it wasn't him.
I think there is nothing useful that I can do without getting AO'd. So
Okay.
I will just not use my action.
Okay. Are you gonna use EC this turn?
I guess I'm starting to wonder if we're ever going to be able to usefully flip cards. So I think I'm not going to use her.
If I'm hoping that he'll somehow turn into a different monster or something and he'll go away.
I am also hoping that, but I don't think I want to like bank on it too hard. I've already got 1 card under her, so.
Okay. Well, you can. I guess you could use it on me, but.
So enemy phase. Do you want to do it?
Sure. I think I just want to draw that. It goes back on top of my deck, right?
Yeah.
Let's just look at. Yeah, I'll just draw that now. So, okay. So enemy phase, he'll attack, and then she eats a card. Oh shit! No, I did want to tuck that.
Kidding me. I guess actually she doesn't have any.
I'm gonna say I tucked that because I forgot she was gonna eat a card, and I don't want that.
Okay.
So.
She doesn't have any attached keys, so it doesn't matter that she hit my second deduction.
Yeah. It's just you don't have deductions now. All right, and then I use the action from Thorn to move down here.
Okay.
And now we upkeep. Okay. So I have to shift a key. I have to shift an unstable key or flip a stable key to an unstable key.
It has to be something you control, though, right?
Yes, I just have to flip this. So, but that's flipping it, not shifting it, so it doesn't trigger. Oh no, this is unstable to stable. Okay. All right, so I just lose that, so I won't have it for won't have it to play Leo, which is annoying. All right. Okay, so I just not play Leo. I don't know. All right, so then end of the round, we have 4 clues. So we spend the 4 clues, and we're at the same location as the Red Glove Man.
Right.
All right, so I flip this. Finally, you spot the man with the red gloves just before he ducks into a shimmering extra-dimensional portal. There's no time to lose. It's now or never. You follow swiftly as the portal closes. Okay, remove each location from the game.
Oh, nice. I think he's gonna go
but
away.
we do discard everything else. So she's gonna go. I mean, she'll be back at some point probably, but for now she's gone.
I mean, it doesn't say set aside; just says remove from the game.
It says other enemies' attachments and locations are discarded, and concealed minis are set aside.
Okay.
All right. The locations are removed from the game.
Right. Right.
So let's. Okay, let's throw those in the trash. Okay, then spawn the Knotted Tower, gravity-defying climb, the Tower Vertex locations into play in a straight vertical line with the Tower Vertex at the top, the Knotted Tower at the bottom. Okay. Okay. Say it again. Towering Vertex at the top. And Knotted Tower at the bottom. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Take the top 3 locations in the Otherworld deck, place them in the shadows, arranged in a line from left to right. Okay. Take the 3 City of Remnants mini cards, shuffle them face down, and arrange them around the Knotted Tower. Okay. Now the Knotted Tower. Okay. Okay. Place each investigate at the Knotted Tower and the Red Glove enemy at the Tower Vertex. Move the encounter deck and discard pile from the game, replacing them with the second encounter deck. What? Second encounter deck? Okay.
Wow.
So I guess all these enemies are gone then, I guess. Okay. So I guess we won't see her again because these are removed from the game now. Okay. All right. And then the Red Glove Man is in play still though at the Towering Vertex. Okay, so he is up here now. And that's it. Okay. So we got a new encounter deck. Fresh encounter deck. All right, and then Doom's gonna happen, which will advance this, but because it's not Act 1 anymore. Oh, let me read this actually. Beyond all of known reality, in the dimension known only to the Forgotten and the Forsaken, lies the preposterous City of Remnants, the homeworld of the Outsiders themselves. Looming before you, a terrifying, twisted tower of jumbled architecture is a nexus of rolling mist and clouds across an alien sky. Locations and concealed mini cards cannot be placed adjacent to tower locations. Objective: find a way into the tower where the infiltrator lies in wait. If an investigator enters, gravity-defying climb, advance. Oh, we get your clues first. Okay. Okay. I'll advance the agenda. Ley lines of paradimension. The current act is Secrets and Lies version 1. It's not that. Oh, it said not to do this. Okay. Okay. The World Unbidden. We got more coded text here. 10 Doom. 10 Doom though.
Wow.
Pretty okay. All right. Encounter card for me. Paradimensional Terror. Very cool art. Very cool art in this one. But it is a peril. Flip over each decoy, shuffle all concealed mini cards in play, then place them face down at random in the positions they were in. I want to choose the first one, but I'm not sure I'm actually allowed to because it doesn't change the game state at all. Because these are already in random positions because we don't know anything about them. I don't remember if that rule how that rule applies. Flip over each decoy. Shuffle all concealed. Don't decoys go away once you flip them over? Have I been doing that wrong? I thought once you expose them, they stayed out, but maybe I've been doing that wrong. No, it says set it aside, have it play with no effect.
I really want to comment on this, but I cannot.
I mean, I will pick the first one if I'm allowed, which is maybe allowed, so you can comment on it.
I mean, it's actually like an interesting philosophical question, right? Like you are changing the game state. It's just that we don't know what the current state is, so we can't. Well, you have a potential of changing the game state. We will not. There's no way for us to know whether you're actually changing it.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. It's weird that it says flip the decoys because I think normally they go away. So yeah, I don't know. I guess if you could peek at them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's weird. Because it's like if suppose we had been able to peek at one without exposing it, like then it would be okay. But because we didn't do that, you can't. Like it's weird.
Yeah, I'll ask the council. I'll ask in Discord. But for now, I'll do the first one. I might retroactively later say we take damage in horror. why don't you take a encounter card? Oh man, old favorite.
Yep. Great. Love it. It's definitely been in like half these scenarios. Well, yeah. I think actually most scenarios have had either this or the other one that's just like it or both.
Yeah.
Once I get Pathfinder down, it's only incredibly annoying instead of like impossibly annoying. But
yeah.
Today's hunch is sketches. Love to play that. Where are we? We're at the Knotted Tower. Can we flip this?
Yeah, we can flip it, yeah. Forgot to put us there.
No clues.
After a location is placed adjacent to the Knotted Tower, move to that location. Okay, but these haven't actually been...
Do we do that again? Oh, when you... Okay. Yeah.
When you expose this location, it's the middle position, choose a non-weakness cards in the right position. But these are... Okay. Like when we expose like this one, it's in the left position, so we draw this card, which means you'll lose 2 resources. So there's a chance that they could have gotten placed in nice locations. Or is that true actually? No, I think when we flip this, it'll tell us which one of these that we draw, and then we check what position. We'll find out. It'll be bad times. Okay, so our objective now is to get to the top, but to get to the top, we need to get 8 clues. So I assume we need to expose these locations, and you'll get moved into them once you expose them. And what's the shroud here? 3. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about in your turn?
So I can, with the sword, I can probably like expose one of the cards. I guess that's really all I can do because I don't really have money to do much else. Like I can attack with the sword and it'll be 7 against 3. Or 8 against 3 actually. No, 7. So should I do that? Because I would if that works, I would love to then play sketches.
Yeah, if you think you can expose something, go for it.
I guess the issue is doing that once is going to take 2 actions, but whatever.
Are you fighting it or were you investigating?
Yeah, I'd be fighting it. Oh, and actually, the guy is gone, so it's now safe to shift cards, but we now don't really have like stuff to do it.
I mean, he's not gone. He's still over here.
Okay.
This doesn't say anything about. It's not at your location. It's just after.
No,
you
you're
flip
right.
one,
Yeah,
so.
I mean, well, that's why I'm kind of glad I didn't put something beneath etchy or whatever, because it's like, yeah, we're just not gonna be able to do this. Okay, so I will
Well,
click 1 and 2.
you could still flip this at some point, but if you're trying to wait for your weakness, then
I
it's fine.
I feel like it's good to have this as backup for the weakness, or if you have a really important test and you draw a cultist. So
Okay.
until we're in closer to dying, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
Click 1 and 2. Attack with the sword. 7 against 3.
All right.
Pass
So
exactly.
pick which one you. I don't know which one you. Pick which one you want to flip over. So city remnants are. So it is this one. Spawns here. And it is in the left position, so neither one of those things happens. So
Nice.
got lucky with that, if I'm understanding how it works correctly. And then you get to move there. So let me look at this. Locations in shadows.
So I need to reveal the top card of my deck and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Really good. Last click, I think I will play the sketches. Even though that means I'll have to discard some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I do it.
I did this right, yeah. Okay, so right now. Okay, so then. Okay, it was exposed. After Tunguska leaves the shadows, place the top card of the little deck in the shadows in the position where it was just exposed. Then resolve its concealed keyword, placing each of its concealed mini cards arranged as evenly as possible in empty spots adjacent to the just exposed City of Remnants. There must always be 3 City of Remnants locations in the shadows if possible. Okay, so this and 1 decoy
Oh, I guess I need to test for this.
gets shuffled, and they get placed like this, I think. Because I don't think we can go up. I don't know how I'm understanding this. Wait, what does middle mean? Can I go up then? Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Alright. Alright, sorry, I wasn't looking at you. Did you get anything good out of your process sketches?
Eh.
Yeah. Alright, is your turn over?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you still got Eden? Oh, your Pathfinder got Eden. Rough. There's no clues. Either swap the positions of 2 concealed mini cards adjacent to locations or swap the positions of 2 locations in the shadows. Okay, so that kind of manipulates which bad thing we get, maybe. Alright, I think I kind of want to reveal other locations, because that's not a really good location for me right now. So, can I get Leo out? I don't have money for Leo. Okay.
He's not cheap.
Yeah. And I have a money card under there, but I don't think we can get that. I'm not gonna get that out anytime soon. So, I think I will draw a card and then try to do the test here. I guess. Actually, I'm not very good at that test right now. I think I might just draw more cards and gain a money or something. Okay, that's a little better. All right, I'll gain a money as the last action. Okay, so like next turn I could potentially get both these clues, and if we have one more location discovered, get a third clue.
I'm kind of like, this probably won't happen, but I'm kind of hoping maybe I draw an enemy in a scene or something and I can get both of them.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
Or I could hunch one or something. Because I would love to double crack here. So
gotcha. All right, my turn's over. So upkeep. Ooh, gumption. Okay, something. Doom happens, and kind of card for me. Oh, did you do this at the end of your turn?
Yeah, I did.
I assume you failed.
Yep.
All right,
Yep, that's correct.
we got the effacer again. So it's the thing that if you end your turn here, it'll turn this into a hollow and then attack you if you have too many hollows, which I think you already do.
Right, right.
All right, encounter card for Dan. Once you're ready. Oh, the emergency cache. Sad. There's ancient evils of this, huh? Okay.
There is.
All right. It's our turn. What do you got for a card?
Punch is the good no stone.
Good no
It's a
stone.
little too late for it to be good, but I certainly will play it.
Okay.
It's not a great turn for it because like what we really want to do is just get a clue here, right? But you think you can come here and get both clues?
I can come there and get both clues. I would like it if there was one more location with a clue on it exposed before I do that. So I don't know. Because I want to play Shed of Light, which gets 3 clues, but it needs 1 from another location, basically. Or 1 from a location. So
I could like maybe get one of these clues, but I don't know if that. So if you really wanted, like you could.
So I could explore. I could explore instead.
Or actually, the thing is, I don't have money to play Alice though. So actually, my prospects for getting it. Well, let me play No Stone and just see what I get.
Okay. So you're going first.
Yeah, I guess I could have like tried to play it on.
Oh, actually,
no, because No Stone doesn't have to be during your turn. So
yeah, but you revealed at the beginning of the investigator phase. So
right,
you have one of us has to. Oh no, it begins, then the player window, and then next investigation. Because you can do it before. Okay.
That's what I was thinking. So if I'm gonna investigate here, then I actually would probably get out an inquire. Let's get a motivational speech, because then I could be up by 3 for the investigate, which is not a. Is a skull -3? Pact is 2.
Skull is -3,
yeah. Let's do that, because that's like soak and book, and maybe be able to ping things later. Okay, so yeah, so like my plan is probably like play Alice, play Melteroni, try to get a clue, and hopefully crack if you can scoop up the other clue with your magical survivor stuff.
It means I won't get any of your money, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate.
I kind of wish you didn't trash the other money cards you had, but that's okay. All right, that's fine. So you're going first then, or?
Like, I don't think it really matters, but I
you don't need
can if you want.
Okay, I can go.
Yeah, so, yeah. Why don't you go?
So I have to try to spawn a guy. Which is difficulty 4 here. So I guess I want to draw a card first. And then I will try to evade. So it's at 4 versus 3. So maybe I need to get the track shoes out. What do I have to commit? Gumption. This isn't actually an evade. It's just as if evade or something, right? Can I use?
You gonna gump it up?
I'm deciding if I want to gump it up or use a flashlight. I guess I use a. Is the gump generically better? It is, right? So I'll use a flashlight up. I guess I redraw by discarding something. Yeah, discard the backstab. Okay. Oh, all right. I guess I fail. So I will not get clues this turn, but I guess I'll try again. Now it's a difficulty 2 test. So.
Oh, this means I'm not going to be able to crack.
I mean, not this turn. Yeah. I mean.
No.
There's an outsider here, and I drew the tablet, so it's not a fail if I kept that.
Yep.
Also means I can't leave. Oh, well, I might be able to still leave. So, all right. Wow. Incredibly annoying. Let's go to the trap. I guess
That's really bad.
Do I have 2 copies of track shoes or just one? I don't remember. Just have one, so I guess I don't want to trash that. All right, draw again. Oh wow, Elder Sun is doing. So I succeed. I think I wanted to go to the middle position. Yeah, okay, so I'll do this one. It's the middle one. So I choose a set card, set up my hand, it becomes a hollow. I get moved to here. And then I have to put another one in the middle and shuffle a decoy in with it. And I guess I put it like this. Maybe I should have put these. Okay. This come from. Okay. All right. So my turn's over. Next turn, I can get one clue from where your location is, or I can get them from my location if you get both of those somehow. So, but yeah, that's
Okay. I mean, I guess I'll still do basically what I was planning to do. So I will play a speech to get Alice on my side, and then I will play. I mean, I guess it would be great to get Pathfinder down, but if once I crack the case, I can hopefully do Pathfinder. So
yeah.
I guess actually it's not really worth. Like if I drew an enemy and a scene, then I could get both clues next turn. So I don't really want to investigate this turn.
Up to you.
I'll play Melteroni, and I have a click left. I guess I might as well, because if I succeed, I draw a card.
This is the Striking Fear Encounter set, which is the one that has the can't play or play cards thing. So
that is true too. Which, man, that would be annoying if that happened to me next turn. Not sure why I said that out loud. I will investigate. So 7 against 4.
All right.
Okay, succeed. So I'll get one of these clues, and I'll draw a card.
Nice.
And then I'll test this. Oh, do I try? I got the Inquiring Minds. I could be 5 against 3.
And you still fail on. You succeed on tablets with that, which there are 4 tablets. But you
I think it's just not a good enough. Like I really don't want to have this in play for the rest of the game, but committing 3 symbols is not enough to make it worthwhile, I think.
I mean, it makes it so you pass on.
So once I get a Pathfinder out, I probably don't need to move as much. The problem is fighting, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's worth the Inquiring Minds. It's the problem. So I'm gonna just fail it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Oh, did I forget to do something? After you reveal the cliffs, move each concealed mini card adjacent to it so they're arranged as evenly as possible in empty spots adjacent to locations not named Cliff of Insanity. So there was one next to it when I revealed it. Oh, shoot. What's this order of operations here? When it's exposed, set it aside. Find the same man in the shadow's position. Put it into play. After, okay, so then I would have gotten moved to it because it would have been placed adjacent. So at that point, I would have moved this somewhere. But there was no valid location because I'm not allowed to put it here. Can you have 2 cards in the same spot? Guess maybe there's nothing stopping that. Seems weird. And then because then these 2 cards still spawn, I think. Oh man. Sometimes exposed. Set
Mm.
aside.
Lots of fun rules
There's a
questions.
lot of rules questions in this last one. All right. Place the top card. The deck. Then resolve the sealed word, placing users killing as evenly as possible in spots adjacent to the exposed. Okay. I guess I actually want to put one here then, so that they're more connected. But is it empty spots? Oh, empty spots. So there were no empty spots. Okay, so I guess just nothing happened. Okay, so it's nothing happened then. So I had it right. Okay. Um. Okay, so I lost track of where we were. You finished your turn. I finished my turn. We did that
Yeah.
test. End me phase. This guy has to move. So, do you want him on you or me? Because he turns tablets into autofails. I guess if he's on me, I can redraw.
Um, I have like a 4 out of 9 chance that I can either hunch or seen the last clue. So I think it's fine if you want to move them onto me.
Because I would be. I'm gonna shed a light clues from here, but
Oh, so yeah, yeah, like we can see what my hunch is, and you can either shed a light this last clue, or I can hunch and seen it, right?
yeah, okay.
Okay.
But it does mean that you have 4 more autofails in the bag while he's standing there. Just so
Yeah, but
clear.
for Mythos phase, well, whatever.
Yeah.
I fail all the Mythos phase tests anyway, so
Okay. All right, then upkeep and doom, and then encounter card. So one person responded to me. I asked in the chat on Discord. They think you can do the top part of this barrel, so I guess I'm just gonna do it because I don't know if we. I don't. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'm gonna shuffle these and put them back like this, and hopefully that's fine. I don't think we want to take damage nowhere right now. So counter card for dam. Did you upkeep? Yeah.
yep. Oof.
Oh, this thing's here.
Well, I'm about to lose my other Pathfinder and take a damage in horror. It's like a terrible time for this to happen.
Do you have a
All right,
Pathfinder out? Oh, it's
so
in your hand.
I
Okay.
have one in hands. So I have to discard my remaining Pathfinder, which sucks because they're frozen in fear, and I take a damage in horror.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. Uh, so it's our turn. So what's your card?
Punch of the day is logical reasoning. Well, I would like to play that, but that means that you should try to shed a light this last clue if you can.
Okay. I mean, I coast. Oh, you want to get that clue so you can crack. Yeah.
Sure do.
Okay. Um. Okay, so let me do some math quick. So if I do the shed the light on my last action, it will be. I just have to use 1 flashlight charge. Can I get the other 2 clues with a liquid eye found somehow? I think the answer is yes. But I would need to. Because the order's kind of annoying here. Oh no, so I'll pull back the shed of light so I have it again next round. Okay, so this round I'm going to do 2 things, and then last action I'll shed a light and get the clues. So I might just gain money so I can play Leo in the future. No, I'll gain 1 money. I'll draw 1 card, and then I will do shed a light. The test difficulty has been reduced to a 2 because of quick learner, and I use 1 flashlight charge, $2. I automatically succeed, The Shed Light goes into discard before I resolve the Resourceful, so I take the Shed Light back. Resourceful goes away. I get 2 clues from here and 1 from your location.
Hooray!
So you can
and,
Shed a Light.
And I cracked the case twice for $8.
Okay. And that is the end of my turn. So your turn.
Okay. So I guess I could do this thing, right? I don't think that really matters.
I don't. It would matter if we are like planning to like flip stuff. Like we're, I don't know. If we had concrete information about like which card we might expose, then we might like rearrange these. But I don't, because I just shuffled everything. I don't know where anything is. So
I guess should I try to expose? Like, okay, I'm gonna leave here because I don't want to be where the Paradigm Defacer is. So, I'm also probably gonna play the logical to get rid of Frozen Fear because it basically. Okay, so I play the logical because that I'm gonna move, right? So that basically doesn't cost an action.
Oh, it's in the shadows where it is. Okay.
So what I'm thinking is I move here and then try to expose this, maybe?
Yeah, that might be fine.
Okay, so I move here, and then last action I'm going to try to expose this, probably by fighting.
Oh, okay. I think I misread these. So it's which position they're in the shadows is which one triggers. So like this one's in the middle right now, so when this one's revealed, it doesn't do anything. That's great.
Okay.
This one is on the left, so it would be, if this was on the right, it'd be better. But these are the same, so yeah, it doesn't help to move anything really. Okay. I wonder if I did the wrong things
so
for us then.
So I have a 7 versus a 3. I don't think it's worth flipping a stable key for this, so I'm just gonna fail. Actually, so I'm gonna draw my weakness soon, right? How does the weakness work? Is it like you flip all of your stable cards over, or flip all of your unstable cards?
Paradimensional is you must either immediately shift an unstable key you control, or flip each stable key you control to its unstable side. So you need to have one on the good side if you don't want to force an unstable flip.
So there's enough Doom left. I feel like it would be fine if. Oh, but that would trigger the guy, right?
Yeah, you have to draw an encounter card whenever we flip something.
That's bad either way. Yeah. But I don't if I. But not if you flip it. It's only if you shift it.
No, the Red Glove Band's effect is if you flip from unstable to stable.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously I'm not going to do that, so I just fail.
Okay.
So that's the end of my turn. It's annoying because the facer is going to move here, and then it's going to be hard to expose stuff next turn. So whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Anyway, my turn is over.
Okay. Then yeah, the facer moves and upkeep. I'm winging it. That might be good. All right. Doom happens. We're at 4. We have 4 already. Oh, because you got Ancient Equals or something, right? Okay, no, that's right. Okay, counter card for me. So I don't have Lucky in hand with this guy, so choose a non-weakness card to control and set it aside. Okay. Am I ever gonna have time to play Track Shoes? Or Leo. Or Exposed Weakness. I wish I had used up a... Oh, can I put Thorn? Can I throw away Thorn? Should I throw away Thorn? Because he is an asset I control. So... I turn him into a hollow.
It's really annoying that like we have the keys for this whole campaign and they're like very fun to use. Like I've really enjoyed the kind of prism game of like trying to flip the prism as much as possible.
Yeah.
And in this scenario, it's just like you really can't do that at all.
Yeah, there's two other
There's
versions.
no,
There's two other versions of this scenario, so maybe in those ones it doesn't happen like this.
yeah,
But I don't know.
probably. It's not even like, oh, if he had a different one. The thing is, they're all bad enough that you really don't want to let him flip them.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely is a bummer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just saying what thing I want to trash. If I trash track shoes, then it's not gonna. I think I might just trash track shoes. Okay. All right. Encounter card for you.
Right.
Uh,
So I have to hollow something.
oh man, detective guns. Okay. Um. Well, that's hopefully something you can kill easily. Well, oof, I guess I guess that with the tablets being minus twos. Or auto fails, I mean. Alright. So it's our turn.
Punch of the day is punch. Um, I guess I could use that to just immediately investigate and move somewhere.
Yeah, you could. You could. That would at least get this guy away from you. I don't know if that doesn't help with this guy, but
Well, I mean, I would then just kill this guy, I think. Um, well, but these things, when you put them into play, they tend to,
so
they usually do bad stuff.
if it's this one,
None of those
no,
are that bad.
if it's this one, none of these do anything because none of them are in the if the right position.
Okay. Well, I guess I might as well try to kill the paracausal entity first, and then go from there.
I guess this one, this leftmost one could make you lose two resources. The other two don't do anything with their current positions. So, and that this also might be a decoy. So
I'm gonna use some Melteroni on this guy,
okay,
and so that might be, well, yeah, whatever. So that's 6, 7, 8, 8 against 3. That's somewhat overkill. Let's use the sword instead. Actually, no, the sword is the same, so it doesn't matter. Yep. So Melteroni, so 6, 7, 8 against 3.
okay,
Succeed. This guy dies. And then yeah, let's just hunch, because I mean I could investigate with a perception and be at a 7 against 3, but there is the tablet in there. The advantage is like I could then maybe hunch a clue from the actual place, right? From the place that I find.
right.
Let me nah let
I mean, you could just
okay,
investigate.
let me
You could investigate the place that you find though, and then you wouldn't have the auto fails.
I hunch a not clue from this place.
Okay,
And
so
I expose
flip that. So it takes the rightmost one, which is this one. It is not in the right position in the shadows, so nothing bad happens to you. You get moved there, but then you gotta do whatever the top thing does. I'll do this in the meantime.
Oh, this is the same as the one we were just at. So this is not incredibly helpful to us at all, really.
Well, Jaime has two clues on it, but you have to do the hollow thing. Did you do that?
Do we? What do we need clues for again?
We need 4 clues to enter this location, which is where we have to go.
Oh, which we do have.
Or sorry, we need 8 clues, 4 per investigator.
Okay.
I also I'm confused on where I can put these concealed cards because I need to place 2 of them, but I can't. I'm not allowed to place them next to the tower, and there's only one spot.
Right.
So I don't.
I have an action left. I don't really want to investigate because I wouldn't be up by that much, and there's a very good chance that there's a scene on top of the hunch deck. There's a 2 out of 7 chance. And if we have the paradigm effacer move on to me, then we're in business, right? So
Okay, more than one concealed card.
He can't move to you, right? Because he's not connected. So he's going to move on to me no matter what.
No, it's location adjacency. Locations are
Oh,
connected
okay, okay.
adjacently, so he is connected.
So do I want to try to investigate this turn and maybe get one clue, and then maybe try to get the other one next turn, or do I want to let him move on to me and hope I get a scene and play the scene and get both? What do you think?
Uh, what are your odds of seeing? 2 out of 7.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not great, but
yeah.
yeah.
I guess yeah. Even in that scenario, I could still see
I
no, just be
I
kind of wasting it.
I
So all right, let me.
I can get the last clue remotely with the shed the light.
Okay, all
So
right. Let's just
you
do
just
that
really
then.
need to get one clue, I think. Yeah.
All right, so 7 against 4. Is that good enough?
Uh,
See if I can be up by one more, that would be better.
well, there's no -5s.
But it's 7 against 4, right? So I fail on
Oh
like
yeah,
two -4s,
yeah,
and I think I risk it because the skull still works.
yeah.
Okay,
There's
past
only
attack roll.
like two -4s. What'd you draw?
Well, there's also there's a squid too, but yeah.
There are no squids.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Oh,
Troll buddy. I hate that card. Oh, it's
well,
actually
that's
pretty good.
great. That's great. Uh,
Uh, that's
okay.
not so great.
Well, that goes on this guy.
Um,
So
that's pretty bad actually.
he'll move and attack you, right?
Yeah, I can probably kill him, but it's just annoying.
Yeah.
All right, I might be able to ping him with Alice if I find a hunch, so we'll see.
Okay. Uh,
All right,
well, I haven't gone yet, right?
yeah,
This is not the same turn I got all the clues. No, it's not.
I'm gonna be back in about 3 minutes.
So wait, do you not want me to get this clue then?
Um, that's fine if you want to get it.
Because
I
I
don't really care.
okay. All right.
All right, be right back.
Um, because I also could go evade this. No, maybe I want to go evade that instead because I get to draw a hollow back. Should maybe just be track shoes. And so evade is a 3 right now. Let's think for a second. Okay, so in order to shed a light, if I do shed a light my first action, I need to, the difficulty is a 4, so I'd have to use gumption and a flashlight, or both flashlights. I think I'll do that. So use a flashlight charge, a gumption, shed a light, and I get all the clues. So now we have enough clues to enter here. And then I'll move and try to evade this guy. So which would be my last. If I use my last flashlight charge, I could exploit weakness him. Instead of the test normal effects, discard the attacked evaded enemy. Oh, but that means I wouldn't get to draw the card. But that gets rid of the guy. Well, poof. Or I can just evade him normally and spend one flashlight charge to do that. Then I'm out of flashlight charges until we shift a key. Or I draw a thing. Okay, so I guess I kind of want Dan's opinion on whether he wants to fight this or not. Because if he doesn't want to fight it, I'll poof it. And, yeah, I'll just poof it. We should just poof it. Okay, so I'll use a flashlight charge, exploit weakness, automatically pass, and it is defeated. Well, it's discarded, not defeated, but it's gone now. All right, that was my turn. So now it is upkeep.
And a back.
Dan's back. Okay. I evade poofed that enemy. I didn't know if you actually wanted to kill it. I could have just evaded it.
Evade poof seems. I did not actually want to kill it at all. So,
okay, so I poofed it with exploit weakness. I am out of flashlight charges now, which is means I might not be used for the rest of the scenario. But
the only thing I'm thinking about is we still have enough Doom left. I could immediately. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to get attacked by the guy anyway, right? Because I drew the weakness. I could just like put a Doom on like Etchy, who I'm probably not going to use except as a soak, and then just let her die.
Yeah, that might be okay. But it does make you draw an encounter card, but
well, but that's gonna happen no matter what, right?
Well, no, if you flip this, it won't happen. His thing triggers when you flip unstable to stable.
All right. I'm just gonna flip the blossom.
But okay. Doom happens and encounter card. Otherworldly Mimic. Okay, so it attacks you if you basically use one of your hollows. That, yeah, okay. Your encounter card.
Yeah, one sec. Encounter card. Ugh.
Got the. Oh, interesting.
I mean, getting back a Pathfinder would be nice, but it's annoying. Okay, so I think I will kill this. So like, and we don't care about victory in this case, right?
Right. So
unless we think the encounter deck is going to shuffle. So
I think it. I don't know. It's hard to tell how long the scenario will be. I stashed a Leo because my other Leo is still in my hand for a while. So okay.
I'm gonna stash a. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna kill this. So I'm gonna stash the mirror, and I'll just get the mirror back.
Okay. And then, oh, you're not at my location. You're at my location. Okay. Yeah. So hunch card. So if you can end your turn here, then we'll be able to advance because someone can go up there. But I don't know if you have time for that.
Yeah. It's very annoying that hunch is on top when I can't do anything about it. So I can probably kill this guy. It's just that the tablet is definitely gonna probably make itself heard, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could move and evade it, and then that turns off the tablet.
So let me briefly do the math. I think I need to hit it twice and once with Vicious Blow. And both of those are going to be at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both of those are going to be 8 versus 4. The Vicious Blow is a 9 versus 4. And so that's like I fail on tablets and cultists and tentacles. So that's like 7. Is there one cultist?
It's 4 cultists.
4 cultists.
It's 4 cultists, 4 tablets.
God, I hate this campaign so much. So 9 failures out of 23. Is that really what we're dealing with here?
If you're at 4 above,
yeah.
And this hasn't been evaded. But if I evade it, it'll be 5 failures out of 23.
I think I need you to evade it if you can.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I know that's annoying. Or actually, I mean, I could go first and try to evade it with a TTI, but no, that's not gonna work. All right.
I can just try to evade it. So, but my whole turn will be move, engage, evade.
Right? But that, and even that's kind of too bad because, yeah, I guess it's fine because I'll still be up by 4. So
but I guess I'll be at a 4 versus a 1 to evade it, which isn't great because I haven't gotten any of my boost cards out yet.
Yeah.
And I'm out of flashlights. So I mean, I could commit pickpocketing. I'd like to play pickpocketing because I feel like I have to evade a
I mean,
lot so far.
or we can just go for it. It's just that it's basically, we've got like a,
What happens?
14 out of 23 chance that it needs to happen twice. So the odds are not amazing.
But can you attack 3 times? So that you won't be able to kill it if you attack 3 times.
No, I can attack 3 times. Yeah. Well, the vicious blow I kind of need to hit, right?
Yeah.
But then I could fail on the other one.
And if I go first, you won't have the TTI, right?
Well, actually, you know what? So the TTI basically turns the cultist into a pass.
So you can commit that on the first attack.
So what I could do, is I could first TTI, and then I would be up by 6, 7, 8. I'd be at 11 versus 4, so I'd pass on the cultist. And then the second one, I'd commit the vicious blow, and that's the one that's shaky. That's the one where it's like the odds aren't amazing. If you hadn't snatched up that last clue, I could use the inquiring minds, but
Told me you didn't care.
Yep, I did.
So
at the time.
I can
let's do that. Let's do that because I can just keep attacking it, and we'll see how close I get to killing it.
Okay.
How's that sound?
So I won't evade it. So the top are fails.
Yeah. Or
okay.
Well, actually, yeah. Hang on. Let's do it this way. Let's commit the TTI and the vicious blow to the first one.
Okay. So
and then that one is very likely to hit, and then if then I have like 2 chances to finish it off.
Okay.
Okay. So click one. Melteroni. Up by 12 against 4.
Great.
And I succeed. 3 damage. Click 2. Melteroni again. 8 against 4. And succeed.
Great.
Okay. It dies. I assume we want to discard it because we don't care about victory.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
We might cycle the deck, but it's unlikely we'll draw it again. So
I mean, if it comes out again, hopefully at that point I'll be able to evade it. Yeah. So what is it? We get
we each get 3 set aside hollows, which is actually pretty nice. Like I'm gonna get a Pathfinder back, which I will play pretty much immediately. Mirror, and
I wish that money card had become a hollow. Damn it.
Yeah, you're
oh,
kinda
did you?
About that.
Wait, did that thing shift it or flip it? I think it flipped it, right? The weakness. Yeah, it flipped it. Damn it. Okay. Doesn't get etchy going. Easy. Okay. All
right. So I have an action left. I don't really, and so if I do want to end my turn here, I can play Pathfinder and move.
Yeah, if you end your turn here, I can advance it with most of my turn left, which I assume we want to do.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but why don't you move here?
Oh, actually, so like if I used Pathfinder, oh no, because the other one got discarded. I was trying to think like, oh, did I use something there was a copy of in the hollow?
But before you leave, use the ability here to swap these mini cards because I think we can.
Okay, I do that.
Make them in better spots. Yes. Okay. So if I switch these two, now none of them do anything when they come out. So.
Sounds good.
Okay. The first 1 or 2 that I did, I might have done wrong, but it's all right. Okay. So my turn. My first action, I will move up into the gravity-defying climb.
Ooh.
So we have to spend all of our clues, and then we don't advance, right? No, we do advance as soon as we enter it. Okay. All right.
I spend 2 clues.
Okay, I spent those 6 that I had. All right, advance. All right, 7 forgotten locks grant entry into the tower. Each one a piece of history from a realm long since erased from time. You forget they exist the moment the gates open. On the other side, steps course their way up the spire's baffling length, winding, perplexing, and seemingly infinite. The ascent to the apex of the tower that binds this world together is paradoxical. A Gordian knot twisted far too many times. Even if you make it to the top, you doubt you will ever find a way back. All right, set each concealed mini card aside out of play. Remove each city of remnants in their shadows. and the remainder of the other world. Okay, so I guess this doesn't matter. All right, so this is all gone. All this stuff is gone, I guess. Definitely continues to be weird to me that they put victory. Oh, I guess maybe this is used in another scenario. It's just like a generic encounter set. Okay. Put those. Okay. Wait, what? Remove each city of events from the shadows, and the remainder of the other will do it. Take the 3 city of events concealed mini cards and 2 decoys, shuffle them face down, range them around gravity to find climbing order. But there won't be any of those left. Okay, whatever. I guess I'm confused. Does it so it's like this? Yes. Sure. Okay. Okay. The ascent. A terrible feeling of vertigo washes over you as you begin to scale the cyclopean esoteric steps. Only one way to go now. Objective: ascend. If the investigator enters the towering vertex, advance. Okay. When a concealed mini card around gravity-defying climb is exposed, if it is the next in the sequence listed on the towering vertex, it remains in play and exposed, and you may expose another concealed mini card. If it's any other mini card, flip it, and each other concealed mini card back face down. The visual flame can't be defeated. The way to the towering vertex is impossibly perplexing. In order for any investigator to enter the tower vertex, concealed mini cards around gravity-defying climb must be exposed in the following sequence. First, City of Remnants. Second, City of Remnants. Third, City of Remnants are. Okay, so we have to...
So when you do it, you basically chain it until you hit one that doesn't match, and then you fail. Unless you hit all three in the right.
Exactly. But we'll know which ones are which unless they get shuffled. So that peril card is a little bit worse if like we're at
so at this point we want to really avoid shuffling.
Yeah. Also, I guess these are not locations anymore, so I'm just gonna put them in a line so that we can maybe remember. Okay. Okay. So I have two actions left. There's no we don't have any bad stuff that happens if we fail stuff, right? None of these are on failures. Yeah. So I guess I might as well try to evade. I don't have money to do much else right now, so or I could draw cards or gain some money and be better at evading next turn. Yeah, why don't I get a card? Oh, Faustian Bargain. I could get Leo out with Faustian Bargain. How much do you hate the -2s in there? Is that it shouldn't be bad for you?
It's not great. I think the bigger thing is like how many turns do we think are left? Like is Leo? Like,
yeah,
it might be worth it, but just let's try to think about it.
I mean, I can gain a money instead of playing that, and then I could get track shoes out next turn. Something I don't know. I don't know how many turns are left. I assume there's some type of boss fight at the top of this tower, but who knows. Okay, I'll just gain a money then. That's my last action. So, enemy phase. That guy doesn't do anything. Upkeep. Doom happens. And a counter card for me. You did your upkeep, right?
Yep.
Secrets lost. Test will 3. If each point you fail by. Okay, we've seen this before. So it just turns stuff into hollows again. Skull is a -4. So I would fail by 3. I could lucky, which I would still fail with the lucky, but I would only fail by 1, so it's like losing the lucky and like one other card. Don't know if that's worth it. Otherwise I would lose Probably winging it because maybe we don't need clues anymore. I don't know though. And a Leo and I don't know. Yeah, we'll definitely lose the Leo. If I spend a one on Lucky, then I'll probably play Faustian Bargain on my turn. So, damn, I'd be sad about that.
I mean, I'm not going to be that mad about it, but well, unless I actually draw it and that actually screws us, then I'll be bad. But
yeah, I'm gonna play Lucky and be fine otherwise. Okay, so I just lost the Leo. I am gonna bargain on my turn though. So, kind of card for Dan. Ooh, no.
See, even that's kind of fine because I was going to have to kill this guy anyway. So
yeah. Okay.
I mean, I wasn't going to have to, but it was going to make us fail everything until I do. So
yeah. So do you want to go first? I guess look at your hunch deck.
Yeah, hunch of the day is shortcut. My plan is basically to kill this guy and then move up to you and play Hallowed Mirror, and he'll beat Cop and start pinging things.
Okay.
All right. So this guy right now is 4 combat and retaliates. So if I use a sword charge, I'll be at 8 versus 4, which is about as good as we can get. I hope that I don't. I mean, if I miss and he retaliates, it's certainly not very good. But see, even with the shortcut, I can't like get to a spot where Inquiring Minds works. So this is just kind of how it is.
Okay.
So click 1, sword, 8 against 4. Can't do anything about that. So I get hit. Click 2. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
I think maybe Etchy dies. Well, somebody has to die. Alice is probably not useful anymore, I would guess.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on at the top, so we don't know if we need clues or not. But if you're not going to use Etchy anymore, then I guess might as well kill her.
I don't think we can.
Yeah. Let's go discard. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, obviously, if I miss this, then I die on enemy phase, unless you come save me or whatever.
I'd have to come save you, right? Yeah.
Crossed.
Is it beneficial for you to shortcut up to me so I could commit something, or not really? Do I have anything to commit? No, I don't. Never mind. I don't have anything to commit.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I got 1 symbol. Okay, great. Okay.
And then I Pathfinder up to you.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'm gonna try to. Okay, so I'm gonna play bargain. Then yeah, I then will play track shoes, I think, and start trying to do the thing, I guess. So alright, so I'm at 5 versus 3 right now, which is not great, but none of these do anything bad if I fail, so alright, I succeed. I'll flip over the first one. Wow, it's the correct one right now. So what do I get to do? Do I get to keep exposing cards?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, I'll flip over the second one.
Oh, look at you!
Wow. All right,
look at you, Mr. Ben.
I definitely shuffled the ball, so I'll flip over the last one. So close.
Oh, okay. It's a decoy.
So I mean,
well, that's still pretty good.
So if we can avoid shuffling these, then that might be good. But also, you probably don't want to take another damage or horror from whatever that peril is. So.
Oh no, I sure don't.
So we might have to
Well,
shuffle
I don't
them.
know. Honestly, at this point, it would probably be fine. I would say, but
Do you have Hollowed Mirror
yeah,
to get out at some point?
I, I was gonna do it this turn, except I had to fight that stupid outsider 3 times. Also, now I don't have any weapons left, so
Oof.
yeah. But
You don't want hands.
this turn, if I don't have anything better to do, it's like play Hallowed Mirror, Soothing Melody, play Enchanted Blade. I do. We are. It's funny. When you got the first two correctly, I was thinking like, oh, are we just doing the before the Black Throne strategy to succeed on the last scenario by getting really lucky
that
at a critical point?
That's sort of what we're doing. Oh man, I forgot to do Thorn during Mythos phase.
I don't think we've been lucky up until now, but maybe for this one last part. Oh, yeah. Hopefully last part. Anyway, so that's both of us, right?
Yeah. All right, so upkeep. I realized I forgot to do Thorn during Mythos phase. I just said I took an action to get money.
Oh shit! Also, my deck is about to cycle, so that'll be more horror. I mean, the Hallowed Mirror. I guess if I play the Hallowed Mirror before drawing, I can shuffle things in, right? Because I do have one card in there.
I was corrected. If you if you shuffle multiple cards into a deck, you're allowed to do that. You're only allowed to not shuffle a single card into an empty deck. You can shuffle multiple cards into an empty deck, apparently.
Okay, that's good to know.
So there's no bad window for Hallowed Mirror then. So, all right, I did my upkeep. I don't know if you did.
I did.
Okay, we're at 7 out of 10 Doom, and got a big enemy. Oh man, my Lone Wolf. Oh, so I can immediately take an action if we want. To just try to evade it.
Can you like exploit this motherfucker or something? Like,
ooh, can I exploit it? No, I can't. I don't.
I mean, I can kill it if not, but
I have no flashlight charges, so I cannot.
Okay, no, it's fine. I mean,
I can make it easier to fight by dropping the trap.
Yeah, evade it and make the token less horrible. I think is pretty good.
Okay, so I'll try to do that. Am I allowed to drop the trap during this test? Yes, any player window. Okay, so I'll drop the trap, and gets 3 charges on it or whatever. And so its evade is a 3. It's not my turn yet. This is just as if it were my turn. Oh, God, how does that work? All right, I'm gonna think about that in a minute. So I spend 2 more money. Did I spend the money on the trap? Yes. Okay. I think I did. All right, so 5 versus I think 2, because I think this only applies when it's actually my turn. So test that. Okay, so I guess I try again by discarding or winging it. Nope. All right, so I did not evade it, but I can try again next turn. So your encounter card.
Oh man, well this is not a good thing for Dan to draw.
Oh, did I actually? Oh, I didn't actually do the look at the top of my deck thing. Oh no, I did. It was
This sort of sucks, but whatever. 2 on 3. Okay. I think what I do is I think I just play the Melteroni, and I think I lose the Inquiring Minds, the gun, and the sword.
Okay.
The risk is that but you still have caches in your deck, right? I know you need them for your flashlights, but you could chuck a couple.
I have 1 cache in my deck. Yeah. Do you have a cache in your deck? Is that your last
card? I'm about
to
cycle it, but I'm about to cycle it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't want to get rid of the mirror is the thing, because the mirror can keep me alive. So it's like I could keep a sword instead of the Melteroni, but I think the Melteroni is just cheaper. It's like the same thing.
Okay. So it's our turn. I guess should I continue to try to evade this, or do you want to try to kill it? Because you also need to heal up and stuff.
I do. Well, okay. So right now it's combat 3, and if I like play Melteroni and attack it, I'll be 8 versus 3.
It's combat. It's combat 2, because the trap is down.
Oh, okay.
The trap will also just kill it over 2 turns, but yeah.
You know what? If I heal the Beat Cop, then we could just ping it to death, right?
Yeah.
But we kind of want it to be dead before you start evading stuff, I think, because otherwise it'll just make you fail.
Well, no, if I evade it, it turns it off, right? The auto fails if it's ready. So if I evade it and you
Yeah.
ping it once, the trap will ping it once. It'll die before Mythos phase.
Right. I'm just saying that like whatever else you want to do on your turn would be.
No, it'll be evaded, so it will
But
turns
I'm
off the
saying that
tablet.
like if I'm saying if we didn't want to make you evade it,
Oh,
you know.
okay. Uh, yeah. I mean, I'll be at 5 versus 3 to evade it first action,
That
which isn't
that doesn't seem good.
which
That
isn't
seems very
great.
bad. Um, okay, so how alternatively, like I can play again. I can play Melteroni and attack it, and I'm basically like 14 out of 23 to kill it or something. And,
Right.
and if not, then you take damage.
Yeah.
Um, oh, today's hunch is sketches useless. This has been probably the worst scenario for hunching I think so far,
You
and
had
that's
one
saying
that
a
was
lot.
really bad where you got like the weakness and then 4 cards you couldn't play in a row or something like that. But
Oh no, yeah, but I don't know. In
it's
this,
been
like a
rough
lot
this
of the,
one.
it's not even like I'm not hitting the right cards. It's a lot of it is like no, like right now, none of the hunch cards are useful at all.
Yeah. I
So
assume there will be clues up here, like there always is. But okay, well, why don't you? I guess why don't you try to attack it? Um, just yeah, if you miss it, take 2 damage, and then you have 1 less Melteroni charge. So
but I kind of like the idea of not having to attack it because then I could get Melteroni out and heal up a little bit.
I mean, I can. I'm fine with trying to evade it. I just
Yeah, let's. But you are very bad at that first click.
first click I'm bad at it. Third click I'll be good at it. But
I did predict that that thing would be bad sometimes.
I mean, failing being 2 above or 3 above isn't is it a huge difference right now? The axe
It's if the skull fails, it's pretty bad.
the skull's a -4, so
Yeah,
it's like none of the like I'm just not very good at evading right now because I haven't gotten moonstones out or anything. Like I have 2 moonstones still,
yeah, that definitely sucks.
and the tarot card is in there too. I didn't get that first. So.
Right. Yeah, I think none of the options here are great. Um,
I mean,
the trap.
I think I just tried to evade it 3 times and then we'll be able to kill it. Even if it hits me once, then we'll still
Okay.
kill it
Yeah,
passively,
that's
and then
that's fine.
you can
That's
get more
true.
set up, which I think is fine.
Yeah.
So I'll try to evade it. So I'll just test it. Hey, look, let me okay. So I will fail that. I will purge out
You
the
got rid of a curse.
a curse, and then I'll try again. So now I'm at 5 versus 2, but I fail on the skull. Is that worth redrawing? I don't think it is. No. And I'll try one more time. Now I'm at 5 versus 1. I think I'll redraw that. Try it because I pass on everything except everything except the cultists. So I guess do I ditch an exploit weakness? I don't really have a way to turn on exploit weakness unless I get more charges. Or do I ditch Leo and give up on ever playing him? I feel like maybe ditch Leo.
I feel like his time might be
Yeah.
past.
Okay. So redraw. Wow, Elder Sign doesn't so I successfully evade.
Oh,
Do I that means I succeed
go, Wendy.
I succeed by enough that I can trigger pickpocketing. So I'll draw a card. Okay, well, goodbye Leo. Uh and get a money. Okay. That was my turn. Not a very exciting turn, but at least you can do a setup this turn.
Yeah, because at this point I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna let it die to the trap plus beat cup. I think. So what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do is, I'm gonna play the mirror. I'm gonna play soothing melody. So I'm gonna heal 1 horror off of myself and 1 damage off of beat cup.
Okay.
And draw a card. And I'll play another one next turn, but for this turn I will get out Melteroni just in case.
Okay.
And then I guess I should ping and kill it because that way at least we don't have to deal with failing stuff. So
okay, so enemy phase, nothing happens, and then upkeep.
oh, so does it engage somebody and hollow a card before it dies to the trap?
Oh, it will actually. It's a little bit annoying, but that's fine. I can just do that.
Okay, yeah, if you don't mind.
Oh no, Gumption.
Oh no, the gump is gone.
Um,
All right, now upkeep, right?
actually, I guess it would have been my Moonstone because I hit upkeep button already. That's worse. Well, and I had already used Thorn, so I don't even get a thingy out of it. All right. I should have volunteered you because we knew which cards. We knew what your 2 cards were, right?
I mean, hitting a soothing melody was pretty bad, but yeah, we can. I mean, we can say it hit me if you want.
Nah, I think we've already looked because this could have been a card I didn't care about. It just happened to be one I definitely did. All right, and then it dies to the trap ticking down. So took 1 damage from B Cop, 1 damage from trap. Okay. All right. And then Doom happens. We're at 8 out of 10. And a counter card for me. Frozen in Fear. Counter card for you.
Memory variant. Wow, that's pretty nasty. Have we not seen that before?
I think we saw it once, but it was like at the end of the scenario, so we didn't care.
It's crazy because like it might as well say you can't play events, right?
Well, you can still
like
play them, but they just get
well,
eaten
but
into hollows.
you really shouldn't. I mean, except for things like dark memory or whatever, right? Like you really shouldn't. Oh no, okay, no, I see. I thought it was like instead of playing it.
No, you play it, and then when it would get discarded, it comes a hollow. So it's not. It's bad for someone that's trying to recur events like maybe Wendy, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually not that bad at this point, is it? Like I could just play a soothing melody into it and not really care, probably.
I mean, so far we haven't seen something that really cares too much about the number of hollows, other than like that one enemy that's like 3 or more. So
yeah,
having more hollows is maybe not the end of the world, but who knows?
So what I kind of want to do this turn is I probably want to play like 2 soothing melodies and ping one of these, sort of.
Okay.
I'm kind of assuming as soon as we find the correct order,
we advance once we can enter
and we
the tower.
probably like immediately are fighting him. So you might need like we only have 2 turns left.
Well, there's one more agenda, but until something so we have to have the keys flipped over, and then someone has to go in here. They have to have an action to go in there, which probably means we fight him at that point. But I don't
know. Okay. Well, should I go first then? Today's hunch is scene useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't care, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, go ahead. If you can ping them, so I don't have to do tests, that's great.
Okay, so I soothing melody. I guess it's fine if both soothing melodies become hollows, probably, right?
I guess.
All right, so I heal Beat Cop for 1 and me for a horror, and then I draw a card, and then I think I just do that again.
Okay.
So I take a horror, but then I also heal a horror, and I heal a horror up Beat Cop.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna ping with Beat Cop first, and then heal 2 horror.
2 damage.
So that Beat Cop is so that I'm like getting as many Beat Cop pings as I can.
You have to play the flipping game here.
Yep. So we know what these 2 are, right?
Right. So you want to flip those first.
So left, medium, and then we know this is bad.
Right. So then one of those 2.
Okay. Let's try this one.
Okay. Yep. So we know that this is unless these get shuffled, we know it's 1, 2, 5. So.
Yep. And I have an action remaining. So I could try to. Oh man! You know what? I should have actually seen to do this maybe. So the shroud is reduced, right?
Yeah, you could have seen.
Does the trap reduce the shroud?
No, the trap doesn't help with the shroud.
No.
But yeah, well, there's no actual enemy here, so you could have discovered 1 clue and done the Alice ping.
Exactly. Yeah, that would have been good. Well, no, I'm saying like just discovering the clue would have worked because scene gets you a clue, 1 clue if there's no enemies. So it gets you a second clue if there's. No
so you could have Aliced and pinged.
We definitely should have done that. That would have been. Well, the Alice wouldn't have triggered, but scene would have worked.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can. You've only done 2 actions, right? I guess that would allow us to roll it back because we haven't really learned anything. Oh, we learned that you need to do it twice, I guess, but
yeah, because if we thought we were gonna do it once,
Maybe would have done differently.
Well, I probably still would have, but it's fine.
I still would have healed
So,
Cop.
but what I'm getting at is I could investigate with a 6 versus that's okay. That's not good enough. I could fight with an 8 versus a 4.
Well,
That's
I mean,
pretty good.
You can put your mag glass out, and then you'd be at least that's with the 6. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
or
fight would be 7 versus 4, so I'd fail on skull.
I mean, or we could wait and do it next turn. Hope these don't get shuffled, because you could just ping next turn. But
yeah.
But they might get
the
shuffled.
thing is the thing is if I fight and I don't use a charge, a 7 versus 4 is like it's not that great because you don't pass on skull. So maybe I draw a card because I think we're gonna have to fight him, right? So
Okay.
like or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll draw a card. All right, that's all right.
Okay, I have Frozen in Fear. So if I want to try to evade to reveal the stuff, I guess I'm not gonna do that because you'll ping it next turn. Just hope we don't shuffle them. I think I just draw 3 cards, so I'm better set up. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, well, now I have to test Frozen in Fear. I'm only at a 4 versus a 3. I could gump it and Wendy's Amulet it, which puts me at a 5 versus a 1, which is pretty okay. Might do that. Yeah, let's do that. All right, 5 versus 1. Oh, okay. Didn't need to commit anything. All right, but it's gone. All right. That was the end of my turn, and then enemy phase. Nothing happens. Also, my trap. My trap doesn't tick down because I have. Yeah, only triggers if there's enemies here. Okay. Upkeep. There's a Moonstone. And Doom happens. I just remember there's Ancient Evils in the deck, and we've only drawn one of them. So let's see how that goes. Oh, okay. So
a little bit scary.
Okay, so we gotta advance. Then. So
yeah,
it's a bummer. Should I remember that? Maybe I would have pushed harder to flip it. All right. Damn it. All right. A plea of thunder resounds across dimensions in the deep recesses of your mind. The building pressure of infinite forgotten worlds crushes your every sense. Your keys, surging with paradential energy, rattle and hum in your hands. Without them, you could scarcely withstand the strain of this realm. Okay. Flip each decoy over. Shuffle all the cards in play. Boo. Okay. Each investigator takes 2 damage and 2 horror, but may either choose one or neither. Flip an unstable key they control without flipping it to its stable side. To shift an unstable key without horror dealt to them. Flip any number of stable keys they control to an unstable side to cancel that much damage or horror just to deal with them. Okay, so you could shift an unstable key, which would draw you an encounter card to avoid this damage and horror. Basically, what it's saying. But you don't get to flip it over. You just yeah.
I really wish we didn't have to shuffle the stupid cards.
Yeah.
Like that sucks so bad.
Yep.
Like that Ancient Evils is gonna cost us a lot of time.
Yep, it definitely will.
I 2 and 2 or shift an unstable without flipping it to its stable side. But that would be shifting without flipping, so that wouldn't trigger the guy.
Oh, you're right.
So in that case, has Doom already been cleared, or is Doom about to be cleared?
It just got cleared.
Okay.
It got cleared before I advanced.
Oh, I'm gonna do this one.
Okay, yeah. You allowed to do that one? Because we determined you couldn't shift it if it what does this say?
Yeah, but
Shift. Yeah.
Shift, and it is an unstable key. I can shift it. Like, it doesn't do anything, but it's like I'm not paying a cost, right? I'm just.
Yeah. I think we said you couldn't shift stuff if the effect didn't do anything. So I think you can't shift that.
I hate this game. I hate Arkham Horror, the card game.
You can.
What if I put it on the trap? Because we don't. Well, even if we didn't know how much Doom is on the thing, like, we're pretty sure it's not going to be. The trap is gone in like 2 turns.
It's not an asset.
Oh, that's not. It's not an asset.
You could put it on
I hate
Thorn,
Arkham Horror,
and
the card game.
I can be confident Thorn will die in the next like 6 turns.
Are you planning to do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, because I could also take 2 and 2, but then I'm like in a tough spot.
So
yeah, can you put it on Thorn?
Yeah.
Okay.
My question is, I'm okay with discarding cards from my hand, 2 random cards. Would you be very sad if 2 random cards got discarded from your hand? Because I think
I would be a little sad.
I'd prefer to do that over taking the damage in horror right now. Then.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to lose the overpower, but the other 2 cards I think I'm fine losing. So it's yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, you could also say like. So the thing is, if I take 2 horror, then I'm 1 away. Then I basically have to kill one of my good allies. If you take 2, you still gotta. Nah, that's fine. 2 random cards is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because you want to hit the Moonstone.
I kind of want to discard the Moonstone.
And you might even hit the Underprepared if you get really
it doesn't hit the Underprepared, but because it's non-weakness cards, I messed that up at some point.
All right, so you're flipping it.
Yeah. So I'll flip it and discard 2 random cards. There's a button somewhere in there. Wow, did not discard the Moonstone. Very annoying. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely hit the overpower.
Yeah. All right. So that's the agenda advancing. Running red. Text I can't read. I'm sure this translates into actual words, but I'll solve that some other time. Okay, so then you need to draw an encounter card still. Oh, did I forget to convert events into hollows at some point? No, right? No, I didn't do that.
I don't think you played any.
Okay, so we got 2 of these now.
Oh, you're getting pretty low in your deck without. Oh no, you already did hit Wendy's weakness.
I hit my weakness already, so I think I'm okay mostly. So
yeah.
All right, well it's our turn again. We have no enemies, but we gotta flip this stuff over. I guess I would vote that you.
Today, unsolved case, hilarious. I mean, I obviously don't care about solving it, but seen or hunch would have been great.
Yeah, so I guess I think you at least do a ping, right?
I was really hoping to save some pings for when we inevitably have to fight a huge thing at the end, but yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, I can try to do a bunch of evades.
Do you have good odds on them?
No, no, not until if I get Moonstone, I'll be at 6 versus whatever, but it's not great. So
that's still pretty bad.
And I just lost cards, so I can't redraw.
But I guess the trap counts, right?
The trap
for if you're going to fight or evade it
does not count because the trap's not very good, Dan. I'm not.
Yeah, is it possible the trap isn't a very good card?
I wanted to try it out, and it sort of helps with the reduced to 0 test stuff, but
it's done some work a couple of times. Like couple of times it's done some stuff.
It has helped sometimes, but not nearly as much as I wanted to, especially because it does the weirdness with the concealed cards. So
yeah. All right. So I mean, basically, I can stab with the sword at +3 versus you're doing +2. So why don't I go first, and I'll just do as much as I can. Okay.
And you're not gonna do any pings.
Well, I'm gonna do that at the end of my turn probably, because if I get lucky, maybe I won't need to. Right.
Okay. Sure.
It's very unlikely, but yeah. Okay. So going with the sword. So we're at 7 against 4. Hey, that works.
So you have to flip something.
All right. Decoy. I'm just gonna go ahead and move that up a little so I remember. All right. Click 2. I'm going to do that same thing again. And fail.
Okay.
Click 3. I'm going to do it once more. And succeed. All right.
That is R.
That's an
So
R.
that's the
Not
third
the one
one.
we
The
need.
third one we need. Okay.
And I can ping, but why don't I let you go and see if you get there?
Okay. So I guess I just try to evade. So I'm at 5 versus 5.
I mean,
Test.
unless you want me to like, because if I luck out, you could do other stuff with your turn or whatever. But it seems like you want to evade and check the Moonstone, right?
I want to check the Moonstone at some point, but I'd rather, it's fine if it's on a useful evade rather than like if you paint, you can calculate the odds quick. You need to you need a 1 in 3 followed by a 1 in 2, right? So it's like a 1 in 6 chance if you ping. So
yeah, whatever.
I mean, I might just draw a card first and then evade, so I'm at least at like half something to discard, and I'm at slightly higher. So yeah, I'll do that. So I'll draw a card, and then I will try to evade. So I'm at 5 versus 4. If I had had the Moonstone out, that would have passed. So I guess do I go really hard and try to get it going? I guess so. Oh no, so that's the wrong card. I discard the Moonstone and play it. But then I draw again. Nope. Okay. Then I try to evade again. Now I'm at 6 versus 3. Okay, so I get one try. So I'll flip this one. Nope. Decoy. Okay, so we at least have a 50-50 now, but I don't know if it's worth B-Cop pinging because they might get shuffled during the encounter phase. And we don't have a way to move out. So, but if you B-Cop ping, at least you have B-Cop ping again next round. But we need to do potentially 2 more times. So
B-Cop time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So B-Cop ping. I wasn't watching. So this one's a decoy. That's the R.
Yes.
The two, and we don't know which of these is L and which is M, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's try this one. Oh, all right. So L, M, R.
All right. So those are now exposed.
Okay. So now even if they get shuffled, we still have it, right?
Unless they get flipped back over.
Wait, really? So they stay
have,
exposed.
They have to
just like
I believe they have to stay exposed.
Okay.
So yeah. So if they
okay, probably should have saved the ping for the beginning of next turn, but that's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean.
I could Pathfinder.
Only during your turn though. This is not your turn anymore.
Oh yeah. No, you're right.
All right. I think we're upkeeping.
Yeah, we could have sequenced that better.
Yeah, maybe. All right, upkeep. There's an emergency cache that might help us out. And then Doom happens, and give me a counter card. I got an enemy. Gives me a free. It does give me a free move, a free action though from Thorn. So I could just move up there now, and advance stuff.
Yeah, do it.
Should light got trashed.
I mean, I'm sure we'll regret it for some reason, but.
I guess.
Or could you? I wonder if you could evade it, leave it here. I ping it. We let the trap kill it, because that's better than having to have the tablets be bad for like the rest of the game up there or something.
Yeah, I am at 6 versus 3 with a discard. So I could try to evade it. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible idea. It just risks if you draw the thing that shuffles these, you'll have to choose to take damage and horror, which we can take, but that'd be fine.
Yeah, we can. That's probably fine.
All right. Yeah, sure. I'll try to evade it. So I got two draws, but I'm only 3 above. All right. Discard, winging it. Try again. Oh, great.
Nice.
And I succeed by something, so it was only a 2, right? Oh wait, actually, did I succeed on the -4? Because it was a -2. It was at a 2 and I was at a 6. Yeah, so I would have succeeded, and I would have not tried again, and I will pickpocket to draw 1 card. Okay, great. See, the trap sort of did something. All right, encounter card.
It's funny. I think unsolved case have become hollowed because of these things if I'd actually played it. Just curious.
Yeah, it could have, because it is an event.
This jerk.
Well, we're gonna at least leave.
I guess. Yeah.
All right, I need 1 minute. I don't before we continue.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
What should I do to entertain our viewer our viewer or viewers while you're gone?
I, I don't know. Contemplate Joe's life or whatever.
Okay. I would fire up Halo, but I don't think there's enough time for that. You'll be back by the time I
Yeah,
get
I'll
started.
be back 1 minute. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Joe Diamond, Joey D, Captain Hunch. To be real honest, I have not enjoyed playing this deck at all. I like the idea of Joey D. I think that he would be a fun solo character, or I think he would be fun like 2 player standard on a campaign that isn't full of will tests. The idea of just you get to play all the good fight cards and all the good clue cards, it's very tempting. Great. Obviously, I'm going to play Practice Makes Perfect all over the place. It's going to be great. I'm going to play Mike Lee and all these cool allies. It sounds great. And then the problem is that like all of his cards need to be upgraded. So you need like 75 experience. Your base stats are low. So like if you're on standard and you're playing like Carcosa or whatever, it's probably fine. But with these newer campaigns where there's just a lot of really hard tests and the tokens are absolutely horrible, you just like you can't get 2 of your stats high enough to do this, right? Like this is why mystics are good, because you start with 5 will and then you play like 3 things to boost it up to an 8, and then you commit something and you're like, I can even pass, even if the skull's like a -7, I can like maybe pass a test, So, and similarly with like if you're just a pure fighting guardian or investigating seeker, it's like, okay, I'm focusing everything on one stat so I can still wreck shit even though it's hard mode. Joe doesn't really do that, right? The hunch deck is really fun, but like it's kind of just even more cards you need to upgrade, right? Like Joe has like 40 something cards in his deck that's one of the reasons he needs so much experience. And you can get lucky and just have like scene of the crime and stuff out and hunch, and it's fun, but you can also just like have scenarios where you just always have the wrong thing on your hunch deck and it's just kind of lame.
Talking about the
So
Joe deck.
that's a bummer. It's not Joe's fault. It's just I think wrong campaign, wrong difficulty for Joe. Not should have just played Daisy and just killed everything probably. But whatever.
All right, I'm back. So
Welcome back, Ben.
what are we doing? So it's our turn. It's our turn.
I was bemoaning the inadequacies of Joe Diamond, the private detective.
Yeah, you drew an encounter card, right?
TSK.
Yeah, you got the facer.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
So I could go first and Pathfinder up there if you want.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Or I could shortcut you and then Pathfinder up there. I guess the downside of that is the downside of that is that he would be on you. So if I start attacking and I miss, I hit you. The upside is that like, I don't know. Maybe
we don't know if like he'll be the boss. Like this is the final scenario. He might turn into like a giant alien monster or something.
Yeah. I'm assuming either he turns into a giant alien monster or there's like 8 clues that we have to get or something. Could be both. Could be one. Could be choose one.
Yeah, I don't really have much clue technology, which I don't know if you have much going on, but
I have some stuff in my hunch deck, but
because most of my stuff
probably not going to matter.
I mean, I guess I do have emergency cache, so I can load up flashlights. I just don't have any shed the lights. I don't think. Didn't they all get trashed? Yeah, they're all. My shed the lights all got trashed. So, unless we get stuff back. I guess up to you. If you think you're gonna want to fight him, that's fine. Otherwise, I can probably try to evade tank him for a turn.
I mean, either way, it's just I'm assuming that probably we're gonna have to fight something up there, right? Like there's gonna be some kind of enemy.
Yeah. Okay, but why don't you shortcut me up, and then then that'll give you options to decide if you want to set up or whatnot.
It also it'll make it slightly more likely that we hit actually good cards.
Do we forget to do this at some point? He was supposed to, or did he just come out?
That one engaged you, and you did it. That was how you got the thorn action.
Oh, right? That was this turn. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But we need you to ping it once before we leave, right? So.
Do we definitely want that? Yeah.
I guess we'll
Okay.
find out. I guess we can see
I
what
mean
the end
that
is.
is probably the last beat cop ping, so it's kind of yeah. Why don't we wait and see
Yeah,
like
why don't you shove me up? Shove me up there first, and we'll see what's going
because
on
like
with the.
the worst thing is we have it go on you and you lose a card but you gain an action, right? Or you lose a card from your deck and you gain an action. That's sort of okay, right?
It's fine. Yeah, why don't you shove me
Yeah.
up here with shortcut?
Okay.
And
I do that. I play shortcut on you.
although you can only do this during your turn. Okay, that's fine though.
Yeah, I
Okay.
assumed
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
first, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay. So I'm up there. Uh, oh boy,
well we
why is this
advance, right?
shot 6? Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, that's really a bad sign for us.
that's very scary. All right. With Herculean effort, you practically crawl from the final step to the tower's pinnacle. Twisting clouds of crimson and violet clash in a multi-dimensional sky. Infinite gateways to infinite worlds, all of them oblivious, all of them blind, all of them theirs for the taking. You look out upon the world of the outsiders with both awe and pity, upon the countless worlds worth of ruin they have collected, discarded, forsaken, lost to all time. It is a garbage heap of cosmic proportions. The very center lies your foe, who has orchestrated humanity's erasure. Its body now only scarcely resembles that of the Red Glove Man. With no human face to wear, its gaze is empty, its expression unknowable. Alright, set each concealed mini card aside out of play. And swap the mimetic nemesis enemy with the Red Glove Man. Take the nemesis mini card and 4 decoys, shuffle them face down, arrange them around the tower in a random order. Okay. I feel like I missed something with like how maybe there's supposed to be spaces between these, and I missed that somewhere in the rules. But okay, so we got this. This is the mimic, whatever. Oops, that's too many. And okay, so it says swap. Does that mean he still has the key? Do we care? Do I have to think about that anymore? Nope. Okay. All right.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
9 health.
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm unclear how I have to arrange
I'm really
these.
excited for us to. I'm excited for us to spend the next 80 minutes of our lives slowly failing to kill this thing before dying and getting a bad resolution.
All right. I don't think the positions actually care for this, so I'm gonna do this again. Okay. All right. The final error. You brandish the keys you have collected and brace yourself. If you cannot the entity in this, and it will be, and none will ever be the wiser. This is it. You're a Gogla. Okay. Flip a stable key you control to its unstable side. Remove an exposed decoy from the game. If it's defeated, advance. Okay. The decoys go away when they're revealed. I'm very unless I've confused the rules somehow. This says when you expose a thing, it's if the decoy set aside out of play. So I'm confused why the scenario references decoys that are face up.
I really think that there have been a lot of very unclear, very confusing rules in this campaign.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess so. Yeah. So, in fact, we should have removed those decoys before.
So just to start with, we need this guy evaded every turn.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's very bad.
Yep.
So in addition to that, do we know how many of the concealed cards are decoys?
4 of them.
Oh, okay, interesting. 4 of them. Yeah. Okay, so that's an 80% chance. So we basically need to we need to try to.
Oh, here it says the decoy remains in play face up. Okay.
Oh, okay, and even so, just looking at the location, when you expose something, if it's his mini card, then deal it 3 damage and flip all the. So every time you actually manage to deal damage to him in any way,
yeah,
you have to start again. So what it kind of seems like to me is like if you're gonna attack something, you might as well attack the shadows because
Yeah, so like your pings are potentially 3 damage.
right.
Um,
Well, there probably aren't any. There's probably like one ping left at this point. Well, or Alice. The problem is there's no clues here, so Alice can't ever ping anything, which really sucks.
yeah.
I was really hoping there would be clues here. So yeah, man, I wish I could heal the B cup more.
And it is also an outsider, so of course Salvets are all auto fails. But well,
Oh,
while
of
it's
course,
while it's
yeah.
ready, I guess if we exhaust it, it might be okay.
So I think basically what we need to do is, oh, and there is also, I mean, we can also remove a decoy from the game if we have a stable key we can flip, right?
Oh, I mean that might be potentially worth it.
So
Like you could dump another Doom on Thorn, and I could get him killed off. If we don't care
yeah, well,
about discarding
oh,
cards from hand, we could trigger the
I mean,
light.
I think we're certainly doing that, right? So like,
Yeah.
so right now, let me flip the anti prism, um, or shift the anti prism and tell you to put a doom on something.
Okay.
I can also, there's a pretty good chance Alice is going to die, so I
Uh,
can try to make that happen too. So I
oh,
can spend an
but
action
we don't
to
currently have an exposed decoy, so before you can.
right, but like what I'm kind of saying is like we we expose one card. If it's a decoy, we get rid of it, and then for the rest of this time, at least we have like 3 and 4 or 1 and 4 instead of 1 and 5.
Yeah, no,
You know?
we actually might be able to do that a couple times. Like I could like we have a couple Doom to play with, and we've drawn. Well, the counter deck's going to shuffle soon, so we.
I think the really big problem is we really don't have a good way to expose cards because like pinging is great, but again, I have one beat cop ping and then the next one will sacrifice the beat cop, right?
Yeah.
So if I just attack with the enchanted blade, I'm at 7 against 6, which is extremely bad. So
I
we
mean,
gotta draw some cards.
I have enough. I can emergency cash and load up 2 flashlights. That'll give me 2 evades at a 6 versus a 2 with a.
That's pretty good.
Which is not the worst. It's not great,
And
but
I can just draw cards, and if I hit like an overpower and stuff, that's pretty good.
yeah.
So
It's also
actually no, I lost one. I lost one of my overpowers, but yeah, if I find like an inquiring minds is useless. If I find like TTI and go first, that's pretty good.
yeah. It also remember tablets will all be auto fails because we'll probably have this giant pile of guys on us. Depends if you want to ping this
Yep.
or not, I guess.
Well, but tablets are going to be auto fails no matter what, right?
Well, no. If I evade him, they will not be auto fails, right?
Oh, that's right.
So like this turn, if well you already went, but I could potentially evade him, not have a couple auto fails, but
So I can. Oh, okay, so in that case, I think what I should do is before even going up there, I think I should. I mean, pinging. I think I should stab this paracausal entity once with my sword, and I think I should try to kill this one.
okay.
And then, well, does the trap only do 1 damage to one thing?
It does 1 damage to one thing, yeah.
If I stay here for this turn instead of pathfindering, then we can basically have the trap do 1 damage to each of these guys. And I can draw cards, which I basically need to be able to do anything useful. So it seems like that might be good, actually.
Kalanos out would be good. It's just that means you don't get to ping one of these cards and remove a decoy this round, which.
But the thing is, I only have. Well, I can't. I can't. I only get to ping. I basically only get to ping a card once anyway. So I can just do that next turn. Because what I'm thinking is, I think we've got to get rid of these guys because the tablet is like if he's evaded, the tablet is like one of the few good tokens. But if these guys are up there, then it's whatever. Plus the paradigm effacer is gonna attack us, which sucks because we both have a lot of hollows.
If it moves onto us. Sure, kill that stuff. Let's get rid of it.
Okay. All right. So what I'll do is I'll click 1, attack the paradigm effacer. I'm also using up Melteroni charges, but it's like fine. So that's 6, 7, 8. So 8 against 3.
But you weren't able to put a Doom on Thorn though, or did you do this? Yeah, because you already shoved me up. So I guess roll that back.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So
Um,
Yeah, I was hoping you'd be able to like pump that out like 2 or 3 times and then we kill Thorn, but
I mean, I still think we might be able to do it twice.
okay.
It's just well,
If you empty your hand, I will probably do it. I'll probably flip this and flip it back.
maybe I do move up. Maybe I do move up at the end of my turn. It's just because the problem is like this way. If I hit this guy once for 2 damage, and if I hit this guy once for 1 damage, then and if I just end my turn here, then the trap can kill both of them, which is pretty good, right?
The trap only does 1 damage to
Well, it does, but one this
enemy.
turn and one next turn. Oh no, because they'll move next turn.
They'll moves unless someone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So, okay. In that case, I think I'm going to move up this. There's no reason for me to stay here this turn. So,
Okay.
so what I'll do is, but I will try to fight this guy first.
Okay. I mean, you could fight this guy next turn. I don't think it makes a difference because he attacks at the end of our turn, not during the enemy phase.
Yeah, I guess it's bad if we draw the card that makes him tougher, but
well, better he gets tougher than Nemesis,
okay.
I guess.
Is that true? Does it boost damage or evade? Yeah, it would boost evade.
Well, we've also drawn 2 of that, so maybe there's only 2 copies of that.
No, you're whatever. It's fine. All right, so I click 0 Pathfinder up here.
Although I did kind of want you to stabbing this guy once was also fine though, so that he dies to the trap. I think we do want him to die to the trap.
Does it even matter though? Like, because I might as well just stab him next turn.
Because he'll engage someone. Well, he won't actually. Yeah, because he'll move during next enemy phase with 1 health. So I don't know. Although I guess if he has 1 damage on him, we could flip the Blossom over and heal him, and then flip the Blossom back over to get rid of a decoy. I don't know.
We're just not good enough at doing things. All of this stuff is way too hard. I'm just saying, does it matter if what I think you kind of convinced me of, maybe unintentionally, is it doesn't really matter if we kill stuff at the gravity defying climb before moving. Like, we're gonna have to do it. We're either gonna do it or not do it anyway.
Yeah.
So I might as well move, because that way we can get started on the like pinging and getting rid of cards faster.
I do want you to ping and get rid of a card, if possible.
Okay.
But I also kind of want you to deal 1 damage to the entity so that it dies during enemy phase, because then we don't have to deal with it anymore. But
okay, I mean, yeah,
or 2 damage to it is also fine, and then 1 damage can go on the. Oh no, then the force is going to move. Never mind. So.
Well, wait. Why wouldn't we just kill this and then let this take a damage and then finish it off with 1 hit next turn?
Because this is going to move. It's a hunter. This triggers at the end of the round, so this will move during enemy phase. So the only damage this can do is to this enemy, because it will not move.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So if you want to stab this and then move, you could.
Yep. All right. Okay. So I'm stabbing it. I have a 7 against 3.
2
against 2 rather.
Yeah.
7 against 2.
Okay.
And succeed. All right. So it takes the damage.
Okay. And then move up here and do stuff up here.
All right. Pathfinder, up to you. Yeah, I mean, the downside here is it's up, so it's makes the tablet bad while I'm here, but that's whatever.
Are you doing tests while you're up here?
I will. I'm going to try not to. So I'm going to ping one of these concealed cards.
Okay.
I'm going to choose.
Sorry, we flipped this back over, so I'm supposed to have 2 doom now because you moved up here and flipped it.
Yes. Yeah, I moved up here. I flipped it.
All right. Pick a card. Hey. So you deal 3 damage to it. Means we can't get rid of a thing, but it's okay.
Unless I can get really lucky and hit another one, which is not gonna happen. Okay, but I might try anyway.
So otherwise, the damage is dealt as normal. So how did this work? You found that when it's exposed, flip all concealed cards. Okay. So these are grouped and shuffled and spread out again. Okay. So you have 2 actions left still.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be cool if I could, with my second action, expose another one, because then I could flip the anti-prism.
Right.
But I think that's challenging. Like if I use a strange solution charge, I can be at 8 versus 6, which means the tablet is a success. Okay, let me
No,
do that.
the tablet's a failure because there's already enemy
Oh
here.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna draw cards. Unless you think I really shouldn't.
No, that's fine.
Oh, and the shortcut got hollowed.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna draw cards. So
I think we need
draw one
to.
card.
We have a couple turns. I think we can set up so we have a couple tries.
Oh, that soothing melody is great, actually.
Yeah, that is.
Assuming it doesn't get poofed away somehow. So
well, okay, yeah. So
That's
I was hoping you were going to use up your hand so I could flip over my thing, but I can wait and do that later.
After next turn, if I go first next turn, we can.
Okay.
Well, no, we don't want me to go first ever.
So I'm at 6 versus 6 to evade it right now. I have a lucky, but it seems I don't want to do that my first action. So I'm going to emergency cash and put stuff over here. So now I can potentially flip things over. Then now I think I try to evade it at 6 versus 5 with a lucky. Oh, and a redraw. So we'll do that.
Is that where we're at? I mean,
yeah,
it worked out, but
well, was that bad somehow? It seemed good to me.
No,
right? What? Okay, so then
that's fine.
Then I will try to reveal a card now. I won't have a way to discard it if it's bad. But I mean, but I'm at 6 versus.
I mean, unless they get shuffled, the next turn we can discard it, right?
Okay.
Remember, before the Black Throne strategy, just hit the right one again.
Okay, that is a good strategy. All right, yeah. So because
get really lucky on the last scenario.
Because I can do 6 versus. I have 6 versus 5 right now, but I can use flashlights to be at 6 versus 1 to succeed at something. It's just I'm not gonna get more.
Well,
this went away.
Remember to maybe save some flashlights for evading him too.
So yeah, I could just test it 6 versus 5 and lucky it if I get a good token or something too, or I could draw a card or something. But this is it for flashlight charges unless you give me charges somehow. So
if I get lucky and draw my cash, I could, but
why don't I just, and the skulls are -5s now, right? Yeah. Okay. So lucky doesn't even help with the skulls.
I mean, lucky's good if you draw a -3 or a tablet, right? Yeah. I think you have 4 flashlight charges, right? Yeah. If you think you need 1 to evade him most of the time, then I think it would be reasonable to use one of them here.
Okay, I'll use 1 charge. Just so I'll be at 6 versus. I'm at 6 versus 3.
Because I think we have like max 3 turns after this one, and probably not even that.
Okay, so
look at this.
Didn't even
look at you.
All right, so I will flip over
pick the right
this
one.
No.
Oh, too bad.
All right. Well, we can hopefully trash it. So all right, so that was my turn. So enemy phase. This moves up here. It doesn't do anything though. And then upkeep. These will wake up. I upkeep.
Ooh, that's good.
That's not good. And then end of the round, I remove a trap charge, and this dies.
Nice.
And I think that's it for that. So then Doom happens. 4 out of 7, but 2 of that Doom is on Thorn. And I got the Secrets Lost, that's basically fine. So I'll test that. I could lucky to pass, but I don't know if I want to do that. What is it for each point? For each point you fail by, it eats cards. Oh,
So you're gonna lose your whole hand anyway.
So I would lose so I might as well lucky then.
Might as well.
Or I could discard wing it and redraw.
I mean, lucky also draws you a card, right?
Yeah, but lucky will go away because it's gonna also turn into a hollow. So, okay, I guess if I redraw, No, I'll just look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's the moon. Great. Okay, so now I pass. Okay. Oh man, another enemy. Oh, it's
Man,
aloof
it would
at least.
be
But
cool if we didn't get another outsider.
yeah,
You don't have another one of those traps, do you?
not. No, I think it is. I think it's destroyed or
Man,
something.
this just sucks. There's so many of these guys. So what I was kind of thinking is like, why don't I go first? Because if I what I was kind of thinking is like, oh, I'll go first because if I could kill the Paradigm Effacer and get rid of the decoy and play Soothing Melody, then like, you know, once you evade the Mimetic Nemesis, then there's no outsiders up to make the tablet bad. But now that there's two of them, that's basically sunk.
Yeah.
So I still think I should maybe go first though.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna trash a decoy, definitely do it before you hit any
I,
of the cards.
I also have a TTI, which yeah, no, good. But see, the thing is, I kind of want to do a TTI first to try to kill one of these guys, and then second click get rid of the decoy,
Well, you have to engage
and
them,
then
so it'll be second click would be to get rid of one of those
okay,
guys.
so the TTI is way worse then, but it's still something.
Yeah.
Are we definitely do want to kill these guys though, right? I Here, what I honestly think is we are just going to be so hosed by the tablet. So what if we like? Oh man. Oh, today's hunch is seen. Oh, that's good. Well,
Uh,
I mean, it fixes our plan to get rid of a decoy, but it also might just hit him again, and then we only need to hit him one more time.
I think you should
I,
definitely. I think you should definitely play this.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
chance. If you hit him, that's fine. If you
I,
get another decoy, that's also fine.
I think click one scene. I think we just now that we have these two guys here, what I'm kind of feeling like is maybe we just like rush it. Like we don't.
I think we try to not actually do any tests and kill it by
like
passively pinging and stuff.
the problem is like these guys snowball like with all of them up. There's not enough good tokens to kill any of them. Is what I'm thinking. Like,
and this guy's gonna eat our stuff and attack us every turn, which isn't great. But
I mean, I can Pathfinder out and then back in, so I can at least avoid that. But
okay.
And
and
all right,
this...
but anyway, so click one scene,
okay.
right, and it gets hollowed.
Okay.
So I get to expose one of these cards, and I choose this one.
Okay.
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 Click two. I flip a stable key I control to its unstable side, and I remove a decoy from the game.
Okay. Gone.
Now that was not shifting.
Correct.
So I'm then going to shift it, and I'm going to target you.
Okay, that's fine still. I just keeping track. We've drawn all three ancient evils, right?
Right. And then I could shift.
We have not drawn all three ancient evils, so I would have to kill him then, which maybe I can do.
Which is probably fine. And then here's the thing. I could do this again, but I think I don't want to do that because I think I want to play a Soothing Melody and ping with Beat Cop. Right?
It's a tough call.
Because
if you get rid of one, that guarantees making future pings better. Well, make the last round of pings.
I think you're right. No, you're right. Okay,
but
so let's.
And the other thing is, I would like to flip over mine, which will discard 2 random cards from your hand. So I would like you to use up the Soothing Melody in any other important cards before they get trashed. If that's a possibility, because it looks to me like your only important card is Soothing Melody and maybe TTI. So
I think that's correct, and TTI is really mostly only going to be good in Mythos phase.
Yeah. So I think you should definitely use the Soothing Melody to get the heal off.
Okay.
And then whatever.
But man, but if we just got rid of a decoy, that would be pretty good, right?
Oh,
Well, what if
I
okay,
can
so
wait. I don't have to do this turn. I can wait until next turn.
no, you know what? It's okay because I can do it if we get lucky and if we have enough decoys out, I can do it twice next turn because I enter with it on its good side and I do the act action and then shift it and then do the act action again.
Okay.
So like as long as we have something to put it on that
That's if
doesn't
we
totally
have.
wreck us,
Yeah.
which
Uh,
I mean I can put it on Alice and then probably just let Alice die or something.
yeah.
As
Okay.
long as you're probably going to kill Thorn. Okay, whatever. Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
do a
I
soothing.
have to kill Thorn.
Yep, you're right. All right, so I soothing. Well, we could like gamble on not drawing ancient evils.
Spoilers. There's
Oh
only
no,
two cards in the
there's
encounter
definitely
deck, and one of those is Ancient
okay.
Evils.
Yep, fair enough. All right, so I soothing melody, and oh, that's pretty good. I think
Ooh. I mean, it's fast, so.
it is well, but it's like
Oh,
whatever
really?
I find, I might just lose to your card, right?
But you also might lose this. I don't know. I can wait. I can do
Yeah.
it next turn. Like, I probably can only do this once or twice, but
No, I mean if you
currently
want to do it this,
I don't care about any of the cards in my hand. My deck's about to shuffle.
I
I'd like to have more cards in my deck so that my weakness is buffered a little bit more. But
I think that you should do it this turn because we have a decoy out. So I think you should
okay,
get rid of this decoy.
okay.
So anyway, that is the end of my turn. Oh no, I Pathfinder away, I
Are you
think.
gonna ping with BCOP this turn, or are you gonna wait until next turn?
Um,
It's tough.
so if I
If you find him, that's great. We do 3 damage, but it means there's no decoy for me. Um,
I think here's what I think. I think I don't Pathfinder away. The only cost of staying here is that
this guy will hit you.
when I don't think I care about oh it attacks me. That is sort of bad.
I'm
But
very
hang on,
happy when he attacks me because he's gonna kill Thor. That's
yeah,
how I'm
yeah,
killing
and
Thor.
you know what?
Uh,
And I can just have him kill Alice, I guess. Although I was sort of hoping to use Alice as a thing later. Um, I think I'm fine taking the 1-1 because if I stay here, then you can do your turn, get rid of this decoy, and then I can ping with B Cop during your turn.
ooh, I have a follow up
And
question. One of your things got turned into a hollow this round, right?
yeah.
I could have taken an immediate action when that happened, but that would have been after your scene of the
Oh no,
crime.
no, that investigator may take an immediate action, so I
Oh,
could have taken an extra action,
is
which is also fine because
is
I
that
could.
helpful?
That's great. Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Can you use that on me?
Yeah, because none of
Okay.
my stuff's gonna get hollowed. So
So what I do is I do the act action again to get rid of that decoy,
okay.
and then I
No,
ping
but
with Beat Cop
no,
before. This is still before my this is still before my turn is over.
okay.
Um, and
How did you do
that
that? How'd you do the act action twice? Oh, you had a stable
so
key. You flipped it, and then
right,
you shifted it, and then you flipped it again. Okay.
yeah. It means next turn I can only do it once, but
Right.
like it's fine.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ping one of these. I'm gonna choose this one. Hey,
All right.
good job, Dan.
Great. So.
Okay. Um, and then I'm gonna Pathfinder away.
Okay. All right. So my turn.
And that oh no, I forgot that your thing hits everybody even if they're not at your location.
What? Yeah, my thing
That
does
really
it
sucks.
everybody. Yeah, it's
Like
rough.
this is like one of the worst trade-offs for like the good side versus the bad side.
Yeah, it's in the good side. It's reduced 3. Yeah, it's rough. I would like to do it, but
No, you should go for it. Most of my
there's
cards are
there's also
useless.
there's currently no decoy, so there's no reason for me to do it yet. But
Oh yeah, you're right.
the,
It's basically useless. Yeah.
but the cards in my hand are useless to me, so it'd be good to do it before I have to draw something.
But the thing is, if we just hit the right one more time, like the only way we would want to get rid of one is if we like hit a decoy and then they get shuffled. I think we can just hope that they don't get shuffled.
Because you have a ping. Yeah. Okay. So
if we survive, I have 2 pings, and the B cop can die on the last one.
that's true.
And I also probably have a scene or a hunch. Like I'll check my hunch deck, but I'm pretty sure I have a scene or a hunch. I guess actually I shouldn't look at it because the order matters, but I'm pretty sure I do. I'll try to figure it out.
You can just shuffle it in. It's fine. Okay. So I guess the question is, do I actually need to evade this guy? Because I could just leave.
I have half of my hunch deck is scene and hunch.
Oh,
So
okay. So you have a good chance of being able to ping twice at least next turn.
Oh yeah. So if you leave, then they both follow me. They both follow us, right? Which is bad for
Uh,
us during Mythos, but it's
well,
good.
I cannot leave. I need one of them to hit me because I need
Oh,
Thorn to die. So,
yeah.
but we're trying to do. So I might just try to evade cards this turn because maybe I'll get lucky and hit
Well,
it.
you could engage one of them and then move down to me and let it AOO you.
Oh, it would take
I don't know
a.
if that's worth it,
It would
but you
also take a
could.
damage from this. I don't know if that's helpful though.
Only if we want to kill them. Again, I'm kind of hoping we can just not kill them.
I think I try to evade the boss, and then with any other actions, I try to evade these, and maybe I get one success off. And if I do, that's great because you can come ping
Yeah,
twice next turn.
that would be good. Yeah, because if you can, because again, I think I can do 2 pings next turn, so that's like pretty good odds.
Do I play the moon? Because this first action would be at +1 difficulty anyway. I think
Maybe.
I do. I think I do. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the moon. And then I will try to evade the boss. So I'm at 7 versus 5. I could use a flashlight charge to be at 7 versus 3. I don't know if I really want to do that. Do I die if this boss hits me? Oh yes, basically. I become in the danger zone of dying. Can I get rid of underprepared somehow? No, of course not. I need to have exactly 1 resource. All right. Yeah, I'll just try to evade at 7 versus 5. And nope. Okay. So then yeah, I'll discard this to try again. Nope. Okay, so then I try to evade again. Now I'm using a flashlight charge. Do I use 2 flashlight charges? I automatically succeed if I use 2 flashlight charges. But I won't
You
be able to, I
could.
won't be able
Well,
to do that again.
yeah, it's too bad. If you had an exposed weakness, that would be kind of good because, like, even if you failed, it would still
Yeah,
find a
right.
thing, right?
I have one in my discard pile, so I could potentially draw it if I don't use up all my flashlights. Then I could potentially do it next round. But
I don't know.
or I can basically automatically succeed now. This is what's happening. Well, basically, as in if I don't auto fail. What do you think? And I think we're in good shape. So I'm gonna.
I think there's a good chance we can finish next turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna reduce the test to a 0. Do a tablet, so I discard winging it to try again. All right, great. I do evade him, so I probably don't die next turn. So all right, then enemy phase happens. Thorn dies. I think he doesn't have a player card side, so I think he just gets removed from game. And this would definitely be a great turn to trigger this if I could, but
I mean, just to play something cheaper though, like
what?
Just to play something cheaper though, that's not really.
No, it'd be to have a get rid of a decoy thing, but maybe we don't need that. Okay, so yeah, we don't.
I don't think we need that at this point. Yeah.
Okay, then this guy attacked me. This guy doesn't do anything. Upkeep. Take a horror. I did draw the exposed weakness.
That rocks.
Oh wow. Okay, great. We might have it then. I guess let's
Hopefully.
see.
Well, let's see how Mythos phase goes.
Is there something that has Doom in play? Doom on it still? I killed Thorn. Nothing else is this. The counter thing thinks there's a Doom in play somewhere. I don't know. There shouldn't be. The only thing we put it on is Thorn. So
Ben. I know this sounds impossible to believe, but Tabletop Simulator might have a bug or 2 in it.
That does seem odd. All right, that's fine. So I added the 3rd Doom because we were at 2 and 3, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And then I draw an encounter card. Dissonant Voices. Well, no exploit weakness then. and you get the Ancient Eagles. So
That's actually great, because if I hit the Dissonant Voices, that would suck a lot.
that would have been way worse. Yeah,
That would have been awful.
So,
Okay.
all right, so it's our turn.
Today's hunch is a hunch. Oh man, we have 3 pings. Well, not pings, but we have 3 frees.
I think you go first and win it.
Right? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking rodeo. I don't know. What do people say when they miraculously actually whatever? All right. So Pathfinder in, and then without even spending any actions. So hunch off the hunch deck.
Okay.
To expose one of these things.
Which one do you flip? Okay.
Decoy.
Okay.
Again, not spending any actions. Hunch from hand. Oh, okay. Both of these technically get hollowed. Whatever. Oh, actually, because I hunched a second time, I do get attacked by the mimic.
Is that fine?
That is okay, because I just take 2 horror.
Okay. Yep.
And expose. Okay, and then beat copping, and the beat cop doesn't even have to die. That's the most magical part of this.
Wow. All right. I think we got a little bit lucky with some of these at the end there, but we got it.
After getting unlucky with a lot of other stuff the whole time, yeah, the last like 3 turns went pretty well for us.
Yeah. All right, so this is defeated then, right? It definitely has exactly 9 health, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It'd be so funny if we did the math wrong.
The entity collapses upon itself, its wordless screech washing over the world and worlds beyond, reverberating through your skull, tearing you apart molecule by molecule. You remain tethered to reality only by the energy of your keys, which endure even as all else implodes around you. There is a sensation of tugging at the back of your skull, a feeling of being yanked by a fishhook out of the ravaged waters. Then darkness. All right. The feeling of being flung across worlds does not cease until you strike solid ground. Though your weary body protests, you scamper to your feet and scan your surroundings, ready for anything. But when you realize where you are shocked to find... Lay out the world map on a flat surface. Each investigator tosses a coin or chaos token onto the map. Wherever it lands, that's where the investigator ends up. If it lands in a boat, they ended up by chance on a random boat. Okay, that is very funny. I approve of this as a concept, obviously. It's a very funny thing to you get spit out and land somewhere in the world. Obviously, I don't have the technology to do that, I think, unless I can remember how to flick stuff in Tabletop Simulator. So,
I mean, you could get out the map and do it in your room or whatever.
Oh, I could do that. I do have the map right here, but that's
like you have to try to point the camera at it just so that we can all follow along.
That'd be so much work.
You could leave that blank and fill in the blanks later.
Well, there's nothing to write down. It's just do I even have a coin? What the fuck's a coin? No, I don't think I even have a coin nearby me. So, well, maybe next time. That'll be the joy we get whenever we get to play this in person. You know, at the very end, if we win, we'll land up somewhere. Pick the funniest location on the planet, Dan. What's the funniest location on the planet?
Ben, look, the question of which places are funnier than other places, scholars have debated this for millennia. Like, this isn't, we don't just know the answer to this off the top of our heads, right? I mean, like, so I mean, just as an example, Duluth, Minnesota is a very funny place, right? But it's certainly not the only funny place.
That's where we landed. We woke up in Duluth, Minnesota. So, all right. It is written. All right. It takes several weeks for you to contact other members of your cell who survived the collapsing of the Outsider's realm. I guess we each spawned in different places. So, what's a funny place for me to spawn then?
Let's see. What about just a country with kind of a funny so I ate at a very good Guamanian restaurant last weekend. So you respawned in Guam.
Okay. All right.
Can we trade? Because Guam is a much better place to wake up than Duluth.
Sure, whatever.
Actually, well, maybe not in the 1920s, but no, it's fine. You're in Guam, I'm in Duluth. Whatever.
Okay, all right. It takes some weeks to It seems that, at least for now, their scheme has been dismantled. Perhaps a long-earned vacation is in order, but first, there is one last order of business to resolve. All right. The Outsiders were stopped. Hooray! we get some trauma, whatever. We get victory +5 because we saved their dimension from a terrible fate. The investigators win the campaign. Hooray! And then there is an epilogue. I guess I'll dive right into that. Oh, is this long? Oh boy, not that long. All right. Talk, Commissioner Taylor commands. You shift in your uncomfortable metal chair, the glaring light of her interrogation lamp nearly blinding you. One wall of the sterile interrogation chamber is covered by a black mirror that reflects you and the commissioner sitting across a desk from one another. Your faces blanched under heavy white light. Knowing the Foundation, several operatives are watching and recording every move from behind the mirror. A thick dossier lies unopened on the desk between you and Taylor. All right. The cell joined the Coterie. I don't think that happened. Okay.
And yet it could have.
Yeah,
right?
maybe if we had had more allies and we didn't try to kill everybody or whatever it was. All right. You struggle to find yourself awkwardly repeating events and names as you struggle to relay your experience to the commissioner. Throughout it all, Taylor remains silent, listening to your various rabbit trails and accounts of events with an air of reserve. When you have finished, she slides a glass of water across the desktop towards you. You see your shadowy reflection glimmer within the black mirror in the corner of your eye. What unrestrained account, she says matter-of-factly. A heavy silence follows as the commissioner makes a near perceptible nod at the black mirror to the left, then looks back at you. The Foundation thanks you for your service. Understand that everything you have done during your tenure with the Foundation is classified, and you are bound under threat of execution to never share this account with another soul, living or dead. She locks eyes with you. Do you understand? You nod, and the commissioner goes on. It goes without saying, but I must inform you that your temporary cell has been disavowed, and all assets acquired during a Foundation service will be retained for further study and research. Your account of all events involving casual disturbance will be extracted, analyzed, and preserved for future analysis. All right. In your campaign log, record Foundation trust and cell deception. What does this mean? Oh boy. For each of the following that is recorded in your campaign log, the cell is assisting at Surrey. The cell told the truth to Taylor. Agent Quinn has your back. The cell delivered intel. The cell is delivering intel is crossed off. Mark 1 tally. For each of the other things, we get a cell deception, and then we compare.
Did we end up with the most complicated version of the epilogue?
It's just we just compare whether we helped the cell or not. So I guess let's look at this real quick. So we told the truth to terror. We are assisting Surrey. We did cross out the intel, though I took it off the campaign log because they ran out of space. And does Agent Quinn have our back? Or did we never meet that person? We never met that person. So we got three assists, and we did not hide we're not off mission. We didn't aid the night. We don't trust the cell. We did make a deal with Thorn, and Desi is in our debt, I think. So I think it's 3-2. So I think we have Foundation trust. So epilogue 4. All right. Commissioner Taylor produces a black leather briefcase from behind her desk, opens it, and slides a Foundation badge across the table to you. Bureaucratic flimflam, of course. Your cell has been dissolved, and you have received approval to join the Foundation with full clearance, full stop. Whether or not you wish to join is irrelevant. You have seen and accomplished too much to return to civilian life. The badge gleams in the harsh light as you turn it over in your hand. It is a surprising heft. The sudden weight of everything that has happened hits you as your thumb plays over the grooves and ridges of the metal surface. Taylor flips open the dossier on the table and continues. Your date of hire is yesterday. Don't worry, you will receive back pay as well as a sizable compensation package for your work on the case. Which, on that, we are considering labeling the Scarlet Keys. That's the name of the campaign. It has a nice ring to it, though it is a bit extravagant for my taste. The faintest hint of a smile tugs at the commissioner's lips. Well, what have you got to say? Cat got your tongue? All right. The cell was given a permanent position. File closed. Hooray, I guess. Did we want jobs at this organization?
Question mark? I guess we're cops now. Yeah, we're cops now. Yeah, I don't know.
Again, Wendy still remains a young child that is now employed here, so that's always weird. But
I'm really kind of surprised that we got it done at the end there.
I am also rather surprised.
Like,
I
if there was just one where if we just found all 4 decoys on the first one or something, like
I got definitely got a little bit lucky. That first one was very lucky, and we got it on the
yeah,
second try on the third one,
the
and
I really cannot I really cannot state enough how just having the tablet be an automatic failure if there's an outsider there made the final 2 scenarios feel virtually impossible.
it was really brutal. Uh,
Like just having like 5 autofails to most of the time, right? Like I don't know.
yeah, I guess maybe I need to play it again to really grasp what the heck's going on in this campaign. I got stuff's disappearing, and it was these outsiders or whatever that like are stealing it for their dimension or something, right? That's what they're doing, I
Right.
think. And the Coterie was trying to stop them. I a little unclear because we didn't find there's some storylines I think that like at some point is asked, do you
I
know the truth about the Coterie or something?
I have no idea what was going on, but that was also the case in like Innsmouth, so that doesn't like
Yeah,
really mean anything that I
I don't
wasn't able to follow it.
the because the Coterie and Foundation are against each other, but they both I think wanted to stop the outsider. But the Red Glove Man was always the big spooky outsider. He was this thing. Oh, did we look at the art on this?
It seemed like he was a really bad guy, and he kind of like took control of the coterie by lying to them about not telling them he was the spooky guy, and I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like so we could have made friends with them, but then we wouldn't have had the keys. With the keys, we only got 3 keys in the end here, right? Because one got stolen and we missed a bunch of them. So hard to say how that would have helped. I didn't look at the art here. This is very funny because they definitely commissioned. We want a giant spooky monster, but he has to still be wearing red gloves. That's
That
like,
is really funny. Yeah, I didn't really pick up on that.
his hat's
Very
blowing
funny.
away. That's pretty funny. I'm very amused by
Well, it
that.
almost kind of seems like was he originally wearing blue? Because it almost seems like he's
Uh,
kind of like bursting out of the original suit or something that he was in.
yeah, he is in this art, or it's like bluish. It might be gray, but yeah,
Yeah.
that that's funny. That's a very funny, very specific piece of art that they must have commissioned for this campaign. Unless this was the same storyline in like the Call of Cthulhu version of the Scarlet Keys or whatever. That's where a bunch of this art came
Well,
from. But
I
yeah,
we'll never find out. There's no way to know.
there's no way to check. There's a bunch of achievements here. I'm hoping to get any of them. Because they're all like weird ones, I think. Yeah, there's one for like just finishing the campaign like as soon as you can. I don't know. There's one for always committing to different paths or whatever, And there's one for every scenario or whatever. So I'll peek at it
Yeah.
later. Shift 5 keys in a single turn. Hmm.
Oh, achievement.
Yeah. That's like the fun type of achievement. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I want to read through the epilogue. Do we usually read through this the notes after the
Because
campaign?
I don't think we like read them out aloud, right? Like they do not count as story text.
Yeah, no, I'll read it on my own time. It's MJ's last campaign blob, but I don't know. Do you have any quick thoughts you want to talk about the campaign, or you want to save it for the podcast we record in like 4 months or whatever,
Um,
whatever we have time.
so I I would say that I did not have like an amazing time doing it, but that is partly because I think that my deck was not very good for it, partly because doing a blind run on hard is really difficult. And this one especially felt like a very difficult blind run because there were just a lot of decisions to make and a lot of like weird scenarios that were kind of unusual. I think overall I don't feel like we experienced the Scarlet Keys because like there's so many different things we could have done. A lot of these scenarios we could have had a very different experience if we'd done them earlier or later with different choices. There were two whole scenarios we didn't even do. And that's just how this works. Like you don't get to see all of it in one run through because it's this kind of like non-linear thing. So I don't really want to judge it at all because like I don't feel like I have a good grasp of it really. I don't know. What do you think?
I think I liked it for the most part. I think I have a little bit more positive attitude against the hardness of hard. But besides, I spent a lot of time like trying to map out like the optimal path or whatever, which didn't. I don't know if that actually panned out, but I had a lot of
No,
fun with that.
I'm very aware of that because you kept posting like long things in the Discord that were like, okay, I think I figured it out. If we go to Buenos Aires first and then we take a train, and I would just be like, sure, whatever. Like, yeah, okay. Like, You know,
I,
like
I, li-
you were hanging out on Expedia.com a lot, like trying to
I,
you were doing a little traveling salesman problem type shit
yeah.
a lot.
I mean, I enjoyed that in retrospect. It's like we didn't get. I guess we got one of the secret scenarios. We got cool and par, but then we got wrecked in it. So I don't know if, if that was worth it. The other
That
secret
was
scenario,
yeah,
I'm
that
not.
was a real low point, I think. Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, uh, that one could have changed if like you had drawn better on that first pull. Then it could have made us had a much better time. But I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I too am not a fan of just stuff that's like you auto fail. Like this one, at least we could sort of work around it by exhausting stuff. But the last one was like,
Once we had three outsiders out, that was
yeah.
basically not doable anymore. Yeah.
But I don't know. There's definitely like a bunch of story paths we didn't do. There's obviously another secret scenario.
I think there's just like there's a lot of things that are kind of like okay, so the campaign there's a lot of things you can talk about, and we're not going to get too deep into it now because we're going to do an episode about it later. But like,
yeah,
there's the mechanics, there's the kind of individual scenarios, there's the general flow, there's there's a lot of things that we could talk about. The experience is the most baffling thing to me. Like, it just feels like such an about face. If they decided like we think people's decks are getting too good, then like that's almost the only explanation I can think of because like why this is like such a huge difference. Like the last several campaigns all have like 60 or 70% more experience in them than this.
yeah. The lack of XP is rough. I get that you're supposed to get some of it by visiting places or whatever, but that didn't make up for it at
We
all.
we did a lot of
We
that. We
visited
did
a
as much
lot
of
of
that as we could.
places. Some
Part of it is
people in
that
chat were saying they got like 10 or 15 or something on their blind
well
runs.
and I
From, like,
suppose
solo
part
and
of it is
stuff.
like so we didn't have delves, right? And I feel like if we do a 3 or 4 player game, usually somebody is delving.
Yeah.
But suppose we had like even in a 3 or 4 player game, usually get rid of the delves after the first 4 scenarios or so, usually, right? Or at least a lot of times you do. Like if we had gotten like 10 delves off, this would still be a pretty low XP campaign.
Hmm. I know. I mean, yeah. Like Dunwich is like 30 if you get everything without delves or something, or maybe 25. So
Yeah, so this is like Dunwich-ish kind of,
yeah,
and
maybe
much harder.
I guess I don't know why they did so much less because maybe they're like, oh, you can maybe do extra scenarios, but I think if our pathing was slightly different, if we had like both tickets, maybe we could have also done whatever the one was over here, or maybe the secret scenario, like maybe done 9 or something. But like that doesn't make a difference there. And so, some of these, so we got like 2 from some of these. 2 of these scenarios we got 2 experience from or something. One was because we did
Yeah,
bad. The other was because we, I guess, barely won. I don't know. Maybe they just tightened it up. It's hard. Like for my deck, like I was basically at the maximum potential. I think. Like I could have got
yeah.
another quick learner and like another lucky 3 and like maybe upgraded the trap, but the trap, I don't know. So like
I
I wasn't that short of my max, but for you, I think you said you were way shorter.
Yeah. Oh well, and another thing I should mention, like, so there were a couple of so it felt like a lot of the scenarios in this campaign were either very heavy on fighting or there was like no fighting. There was never kind of like in the middle. Like there were a couple of scenarios like the zombie one with Amaranth where there were just enemies everywhere and I was like desperately trying to kill all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were other scenarios where like the only thing you really had to fight was concealed cards or like a couple of these aloof guys that you can usually play around. It's only in certain circumstances that you're like, okay, we actually do have to kill this one. Like you draw the thing that makes aloof go away and then you actually have to fight it. Like and that's tough for a Joe Diamond deck where my deck is kind of tuned to be like fighting half the time, cluing half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And there were scenarios where it's like I need more overpowers. These deductions do nothing because I'm just trying to fight everything. And there were scenarios where like these overpowers are useless because there's nothing to fight. So that was also kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean we can talk about our decks a little bit more. Uh, I like the concept of the reduced to 0. Like that's like a fun like mini game challenge. I don't
It's a
know.
new thing to try.
I don't think my deck had quite enough card draw to like consistently get that set up all the time. But when it popped off, it was great. But then the other times there just was like, oh, I guess I have to draw cards and get money because I don't have enough money or card draw in my deck.
Well, see so you mentioned having like basically all the upgrades you wanted,
Yeah.
but I feel like cigarette case and another relic hunter would have been good for you.
Yeah, that's true. It's just
And
I
because that would have been a lot of extra draw. And I think other stuff too, like I'm surprised you didn't get lucky 3 sooner.
It's
Like I don't know, how much XP did you put into the traps?
like 6 or something. So I mean, those helped, but I don't know if it was 6 experience worth of help. The
They did some work a couple of times, but like yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I the lucky three, like I don't know. I feel like most of the time I was testing either I was at 0, so I didn't care about increasing how much I passed by, or I like was testing high enough that, or I didn't care about the test, or I had enough tests with a redraw that like it was fine. But the lucky could have helped you
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
fair.
more if I was on your
Yeah,
location.
maybe we
Uh,
were split up a lot though because
yeah.
of Lone Wolf.
I definitely regret getting pickpocketing because I thought it worked on the concealed cards,
Yeah,
and then I realized it didn't after like scenario 2 or whatever.
I think that
Um,
was. Does it? So you're the rules guy. Does it seem to you like the rules in this campaign were a lot weirder and crazier than in typical campaigns? Like part of that was you were trying a new thing that was kind of rules intensive in terms
yeah.
of like the reduce to zero do stuff kind of thing, but also like a lot of the mechanics like concealed cards and hollows and stuff like and just the scenario by scenario mechanics, it felt like the rules were just like all over the place.
I think I have to think back and play it again. Like the keys made sense after a little while. The concealed cards kind of make sense. The concealed cards have the weird as if thing where they're like you can do stuff for them as if they're enemies, but they're not actually enemies, and they're replacing the base effect. I think was throwing me off a few times. Uh, the
Yeah.
hollows I thought were okay, but they do require you to like do some mental upkeep. Like every time it says like, oh, you gotta is this do you if you play a card that matches the hollow you have, something bad happens or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
I do I do also think that oh that probably should have been held. I do also think that the what was I gonna say? Oh, like the keys were pretty fun. Like the
yeah,
keys, just trying to say something positive. Like we kind of liked the expedition allies in Edge of the Earth because it was just like another choice to make at the beginning and like another interesting button you could press during the game. And these were kind of like that too, where like it was another kind of mini game to have. It was another button you could press like that. I enjoyed
I
that. I was only mad about like some of the rule. Like I do think that the Blossom you could argue that it maybe would have been too good if you could flip it without healing anything, but the rules just never really were intuitive to me. And it was annoying in the last scenario where like basically the guy was just sitting there and being like, if you try to flip a key, I will make you draw an encounter card. But overall I liked that. I liked the keys.
yeah. I mean the key that he had on him was I think randomly picked halfway through the campaign from something. I don't remember one of
Yeah,
these
but even
status
if it was one of the
reports.
other ones, I think there were very few of them where the penalty is so minimal
At,
that like you would be fine
at,
letting him shift it.
well, but it wasn't the fact him having it was also random from like whatever enemies we had. I picked a key randomly
Yeah.
from our key pile and a key randomly from or an enemy
Oh, so
randomly from the
so
enemy
he might
pile.
have had nothing.
Right. He could have had none
Oh,
potentially.
okay.
So we
Yeah, I mean that well
we
that would have made a difference.
and we had an opportunity to try to steal it back from him if we went and like there was like 4 locations where he was like hiding or something. We went to one of
Got it.
them, but we didn't have time really to do the other ones. Like potentially could have gotten it
Oh, okay.
back. So that was kind of an unlucky-ish draw for which one he had, and that he had one. But
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
because
Yeah.
if he didn't have a key, like we would have been a little bit more aggressive shifting stuff, whatnot. So
Yeah.
I like the
I don't
keys.
know.
I like the keys better if they have a way to like play around them. Like the anti prism was a very fun key. I think it was
The
like
prism was extremely fun
yeah
because like it was all about like trying to mitigate the downside and flip it as much as possible. Like that
yeah
was and the last blossom could have been cool if we had like um so if we'd been like Vincent with beat cops or whatever, where like you're always healing it and you can ping something every turn, it would have been a neat like oh yeah ping something and then it's another way to heal like
hmm,
that could have been fun, you know.
yeah. And I guess we only saw like
Or,
4 of
or
the
or Agnes, right? There could have been like take a horror somehow to randomly ping something that isn't going to die and then heal it and heal your horror. Like that could have been
hmm,
cool too.
yeah. Like the ones that have more play rounds are cooler. Like the light of Pharaohs.
They were
Uh,
really unbalanced because that one is like unless both people are empty handed, you just never want to try to flip it.
I mean the fact that it's every investigator, that's rough. Like that's
So,
that's
so
not
this, yeah,
that's not a
not
good
even
trade
on
off
your
for
location.
that's not a good
Yeah,
trade off for reducing by 3 to
and see that just feels weird because like why are some of them like that and some of them are not, right? Like why doesn't this affect everybody, or
I
why
mean
doesn't
the blossom affects everybody but only at your location. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, it's just
the
weird.
anti-prism technically affects everyone because you're putting a doom on the board, but there's ways to clear that,
That's kind of
right?
true. Yeah, I do like some of them.
You-
I like the Eye of Ravens too. Like that was one light, like the Light of Pharaohs, where you basically never wanted to try to flip it after you'd used it once, but it was a
Right.
fun like one time use get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
Like the Light of Pharaohs was good for you because it did help you get Leo out a bunch of times. It's just that you wouldn't try to use it multiple times.
Yeah. Which other ones? I guess I don't want to look at all of them, the ones that we didn't see.
Yeah,
We saw.
let's not go too deep on it.
I mean, we saw two other ones, but the what was the other one? The Sable Glass. We saw that at some point, right? Um,
Yeah.
that one was like peek at concealed mini cards. That one was I wasn't too impressed with that, but then I think the following scenario, I was like, oh man, this would have been useful for this scenario. But
It would have been amazing for this one.
and it would have been good in this one too. So maybe I wrote that off too easily. Yeah. Oh man, did I mess up? Should Thorn have had that? Because he was the bearer of it. Should that have been attached to Thorn this whole time?
Interesting. Maybe we'll see.
I might have messed it up because he was a story asset, and I think he was supposed to have that. So, well, we didn't need it. We didn't need it. We sacrificed Thor to a monster.
All we needed was the Monty Hall gods, the gods of luck to be. I mean, we did the last one. We did have to do all three.
We did.
You know,
we had like 3 overall whiffs or 4 overall whiffs. It's still a lot. Like. It's better than having to do it 15 times or whatever, right? So little bit of luck there. Is this? We never got the good side of the umbrella. We never stood a chance.
I don't think so.
It makes an enemy run away and attack a different enemy. That's kind of fun.
It's interesting.
I don't know if that's the best reward for that horrible scenario that was so rough, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely gonna play it again. To try out other paths and see what's going on.
I mean, I find that with all of these, playing them with physical cards, I always like them better than like Tabletop Simulator. I'm very glad that it exists because we couldn't really play without it, but it is a miserable experience compared to playing at an actual table with cards. So
yeah, I know you don't.
I'm sure I would appreciate the story and the vibe a lot better if I was playing it in person.
Well, you get to play music. You can't play music we're playing on Discord or whatever. Well,
I mean, I'm definitely I'm listening to music the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well. Maybe it's just me sitting in silence then, I guess.
You could probably set some up and just block it from Discord or whatever.
I'd have to block it from the OBS stream, otherwise Twitch or YouTube or whatever would get set.
Very doable. That's not hard.
Yeah, I could figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say right now. I'll probably play it a few more times. I had a good time mostly. I was very sad that last scenario that was brutal, but I think most of the time I felt like we had a fighting chance most of the time. So, yeah, I decided to try it again. This map is cool. I like some of the things they tried to do with it. So, I guess
I look forward to like someone figuring out what is the kind of like optimal world tour to hit like most of the good stuff and the minimum of bad stuff, and then just like propagate that.
I mean, this has been out for like 2 months or 3 months. Someone's probably done that already. I just haven't. I've been staying completely out of any discussion because I wanted to go in as blind as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we could have done a 9th scenario. I don't know if you can do all 10 because I don't know what you need to do to unlock this last one.
And there's fortune or fate or whatever. Too, right?
Yeah, you can squeeze that in to get another key. It's like sort of like a side, I guess, because like that key doesn't really play out into the rest of the campaign. It's just you have one, and which isn't nothing.
It's kind of too bad it doesn't get like put into the pool of random keys somewhere, and it's just I don't know.
Yeah, unless there's no Coterie enemy in that, is there? I don't think so. But which investigator has a Coterie guy as their enemy?
Kimani, right?
Kimani? Because that could get whatever that horrible card is that buffs the Coterie that could attach to that one. That'd be kind of funny. But
that would be funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we're gonna call it there. Thanks to everybody that hung out and watched us live on Twitch or watched on YouTube afterward. Appreciate likes, subscribes, all that call to
Thanks
action
for
stuff.
watching, everybody. Apologies for the rule mistakes here and there, and thank you for pointing them out afterwards. We do our best. It's really hard to play this game without making an occasional goof.
Honestly, I think we did pretty good. I think
Yeah,
usually on a blind
considering it's
run,
blind and
I feel like every time there's at least one scenario we just do completely wrong. and that hasn't.
Apologies for being a little exasperated at a couple of points. That tablet token, I just absolutely couldn't handle it. Incredibly annoying, but hey, we finished it. We knocked it out.
Yeah, but yeah. So leave comments if you enjoyed this. Check out our other campaigns that we've played. They're all up on VODs on YouTube with different combinations of people on the cast. Dana and Harrison are currently doing. Oh no, I don't know how to pronounce it. They're doing Kai Monogatari Gatatari.
We've Adventures Part 1.
It's based on like an anime fan campaign. It seems like it has interesting stuff. At some point they had to fight a giant guinea pig. So
wow.
Yeah, that's
I do. I also feel like we figured out really good technology, which is that if one player dies before the end of it, they just get to stream Halo in the little window for the rest of it. Which it really feels like we've discovered something that could be useful in future campaigns.
I mean, it could be. It certainly could be. Anyway, yeah, that's everything. You can follow our socials at social.mer.fm. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Come hang out with us on Discord, and that's it. Bye, everybody.
Bye.